Hi, welcome to the Vaguely Anime Podcast. To our Halloween special. Yeah. Look at us. We put in all the effort. And by all of us, I mean at least one of us.
I made my costume
I
yesterday.
made this!
I forgot. I'm sorry. I forgot you made it.
Come on.
God, it's
But
so
that was
rude.
a year ago?
I forgot
It's
you made it,
old
to be
news.
This was handmade
Yeah?
No, yeah.
In China?
by somebody who sent it to Goodwill.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I am one of our hosts, Michael.
Sage.
Cat.
Anthony.
Colin.
And, yeah, we probably going to be talking about some Halloween-related shit. And then, whatever else we end up getting up to, because we tangent all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
Do you think Katara can come bend?
100%.
Wait,
Stop.
but what
Why
is
do we need
She
to
can blood
read
bend.
it?
She can
We're
blood
not
bend.
even a fucking minute in, Colin. We're not even a minute
100%.
in.
I'm gonna be honest.
No hesitation, 100%.
No, I'm gonna be honest. Like I thought about that earlier, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna ask that right before Mike says welcome to the podcast.
Wait,
and
can
he
I
ruined
ask a
it.
question
Okay,
that
should
might
we-
make
should
me
we
sound
say-
dumb?
should we
You
say
are
where
a
we are?
fucking mercenary. You are an icky, vile, war crime-ridden man.
Yeah,
You
I
know
do.
that?
Yeah, I do it all for money.
You are a menace.
Yeah.
We should probably say what we are for the audio listeners.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We are.
I didn't
Probably.
think about
So I'm Jason Todd / Red Hood,
Awful.
the greatest Robin, and I will hear nothing else.
Disgusting.
worst.
Nightwing all the way.
Yes, the one person who thinks that. Michael Coletti. Hello,
A
everyone.
lot of people think that.
That's Dick Grayson.
Kirsten's Tim, right?
Kirsten's
Yeah,
is Tim, which is a good
Kirsten's Tim.
opinion.
Yeah.
Which is a good opinion. I agree. That's
Yeah.
a good opinion.
Sorry, man. Jason's
It's dead,
best
but,
boy.
you know.
Angsty boy for the win. Also, he's right. His but anyway.
Anyway, I'm
Okay.
dressed as Katara in her Season 3 Fire Nation outfit, which is very cute. It's one of my faves.
I'm dressed as Pikachu in a Mimikyu sheet. It's like, because it's not... 'cause
Sheet
there-
ghost.
There is the one where he's wearing Mimikyu. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's not that one. He's wearing a sheet, and the sheet has Mimikyu's face on it.
We'll put it on our
Go
Twitter.
Party and explain this to them, please.
You guys
So I
should
have
just go on
Pikachu
YouTube and just
with
go
the
check.
Mimikyu in the sheet.
It's my it's my favorite plushie that I own.
It's very cute.
I have 2 of them because I love them so much and I never want to be away from them. That one's right by my PC and then one's in my bedroom, so I never have to be away from it. I'm gonna start bringing it to work.
I should
with
find
me.
you like a giant one for you.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. But yeah, so I made that. It would just be easier if you just go look.
We'll put a picture on Twitter.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure, why not? Oh, I'm a corpse. I'm the ghost of franchise past. Colin.
You should
Do you want to explain to the
more than
audio
that.
listeners?
That will give
This is I could.
Leave it up
since,
to the
since you
imagination.
told me about the costume thing last week,
no,
I didn't have
no.
time to
It was more
prepare.
than that.
What?
Oh no, you weren't
I
there when
wasn't
we actually
there.
brought it up originally.
I didn't have time to prepare, so I realized that I owned both a Silent Hill and the Stylings of Seinfeld
You could have
shirt.
worn your costume from last year.
I could have worn my costume.
Yeah, that was a
last
good
year.
costume.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
it was
much.
cute.
You're
But
welcome.
I realized that
Too bad you guys will never see it.
Rip.
Two of us.
Shut the fuck up.
Two of us are wearing the
Next
costumes from last
Halloween,
year.
next Halloween episode, I'll wear the vacation. But like, I already am already wearing vacation dad costume all the
100%.
fucking
So
time.
you-
It's kind
You're-
of just who
I
he
just
is.
show up as myself.
Yeah.
Like, what I was like, I don't understand.
He
So-
just has to put the stuff on his nose, and that's it.
Yeah, but the
Sunscreen?
thing is, like, I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to like put the sunscreen on
That would
like
be
my nose
so
then it would
horrible.
like cake on because of the lights
Right.
and also me being here for like an
Clog
hour,
your pores.
and I would look like I just got home from I don't know, getting
Bukkake.
cummed on.
Bukkake.
Yeah,
Cum
some
bending.
shit, yeah,
You're
cum
busy.
bending.
No.
Yeah, you got cum
Wait,
bend.
Somebody
okay,
tell me how
Colin
to
say
cum
his
bend.
thing, and then I want to ask my question.
Oh, I'm an Akatsuki. Not anyone specifically, but I got a.
He's just
leaf-
got the
He has
jacket.
Got
he
the
has
leaf
the robe.
headband.
He has the robe.
Got the rope. That's all I need.
Love. Okay, so my question, and I don't know, this will probably make me sound dumb because I don't know, but what is like cum made of?
Oh, it's
Semen.
made out of
How-
cum.
how
It's,
do
it's
I-
made out of
is it-
semen. You know.
Yeah, but like,
Isn't it made of
Sage,
like
this
The
is a
fuck is
Wikipedia
that?
question. This is not a
Zygote.
podcast
It is
question.
made out of semen.
This
The thing it's made
information-
out of.
okay.
This information
does
is
that
readily
contain
available
water?
on your phone.
Well,
Does-
yeah.
Probably.
They're only being this defensive because they don't know.
No, it is.
See?
I absolutely do not
It
know what
probably
cum is
contains
made out of.
water like
I'm
most
not willing. I'm
things.
willing to
I
admit
think
it.
it's like protein.
It
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
It's little babies. It's little.
Did you
Yeah,
know?
that's-
yes,
is
I
protein, yeah.
know,
Shoot out of your
I know,
dad's-
I know that, but like,
So
I have to assume.
how
there's some
do
amount
the
of water.
little
Not even 5
tadpoles-
minutes in, guys.
the
we're on the cum talk.
tadpoles
Sage, do we need to have a birds and the bees talk
become
with you?
liquid?
They don't become liquid.
It's always been a
What?
liquid.
It's
We're getting
always
worse.
liquid.
We're
It's
getting
always
worse.
liquid. What do you
It's
think? We walk around with like ice cubes of cum in our pants?
No. I just always.
They melt on ejection. Like, what do you want from me?
I just always imagine
Ew.
like. Okay, you know, like when you're in,
My-
you know, when you're like in middle school, and they have like they show you like the sex ed videos, right? And it's like the like microscopic lens of cum, and it's like the tadpole.
I have
Yeah,
never
it's the thing
seen
Stewie Griffin
micro-
pilots in that one episode.
They are
of
always
Family Guy.
that. Always.
So yeah, so I just always pictured them as tadpoles, but
they
like
are.
in your balls. And then I was like, but how do the tadpoles become liquid?
They don't.
They don't
They-
become
they're just-
liquid. They are the
They
liquid.
are the liquid.
Would anybody like the answer?
Yes.
Yes.
please.
Oh
Yeah,
my
sure.
god.
Semen is a mixture of fluids that contains sperm, but the majority of semen is composed of over 200 separate proteins as well as vitamins and minerals, including vitamin C, calcium, chlorine, citric acid, fructose,
Chlorine.
lactic acid,
Just chlorine.
chlorine.
Yeah, you want to clean
Chlorine.
your pools? Just fucking
I didn't believe it could be
It's fine.
chlorine. Magnesium, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, sodium, vitamin B12,
That
and
shit's healthy.
Dude, you got
zinc.
like a planet's
It is
atmosphere in
low.
your balls,
It is
dude. That's
low
crazy.
in calories and high in proteins.
Wait, was there
You know,
any
you're-
water?
perfect
Did it
for
say
your
any
keto
There was like
water?
a vi- there was like
What?
a
Any
like
water?
a
I didn't hear you.
Any water?
Yeah, is there water in there? That was the main point of the question. Is
Because then she can.
if
Then she
there's
can't.
no water in cum, she can't cum bend.
It's a mixture of fluids, and the fluids you're getting in your body are coming
Yeah,
from
I mean,
water.
they're
so
probably,
I guess
they're
that's
probably
fair. I guess
is,
that's
yeah, I
fair.
guess there should be
realistically,
there's some water.
No, I think
does
if
not have the
if it
viscosity
doesn't
of
say
water,
That
but-
there's
yeah, wouldn't water
Seminal-
like
yeah.
seminal
I mean, she could pull
vesicles.
out of the
There's
fucking
a-
air. I'm assuming she could probably do
There's like
something.
there's like a not an article, but like
Alright.
you can find out how much data your cum has.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
that's
I,
there
think,
super
I think
interesting.
like a shot is like
Data?
a terabyte of data.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Something like
What?
that.
Uh,
Like data, like gigabytes,
Also,
terabytes, megabytes.
Me and
yeah,
me and my
like how
friend-
much
But, like, in
storage?
your
like
cum?
yeah,
Yeah.
like how much
storage.
because
information.
because it's all information. It's half
It's
the
genetic
information for a
information,
person.
yeah.
right. I
For
understand.
one,
I understand that, but like
So basically,
you
the
come out
idea
like
is
a
you take.
billion sperm or whatever. Not
no,
actually a
no,
billion,
I
but,
understand
like, it's a
that,
fuck
but
ton.
like I just don't understand like quantifying the
Oh,
data.
so-
I guess in
so-
that in those terms.
So basically, is what happens is you say, okay, so one sperm equals this many bytes of data that would take
Yeah.
up in a computer, and then you say, okay, there's this many sperm in an ejaculate. So then you do the math, and it's like, oh, so it's like 3 terabytes of instant transferred at the time of ejaculation.
Yeah, at the time
because
of rejection.
because DNA can be can be correlated to data
yeah,
because it is data.
Yeah.
it's stored.
I guess I
Yeah.
just
Data
never,
is stored in the balls.
I guess I just never thought about it in those terms because I always just thought of it as like that's what that is. You know what I mean?
Also, one night, me and my friends at like 3 a.m. stayed up really
Oh,
late
I don't-
doing
why-
math
why
to
could-
calculate how much the average male would come in their
Okay.
lifetime.
like volume
that story
Yeah.
that story went way different than
At
I
le-
thought we were
like
Yeah.
going to say.
5
But
gallons.
Yeah,
It's
we,
gonna
we,
start
were, we
one-
were all
one
just
way.
standing in a circle jerking off into a hat, and whoever had lost had to
Ew.
wear it.
yeah, like the cookie game.
Oh my God, wait,
Frosty the Snowman.
Can I
An
leave?
icky cookie.
Wait,
I'd like
okay.
to leave,
This
please.
this actually has to
It's
do
a
with
hell of a way to start an episode.
Wait,
Oh, yeah.
I'd
8
like to
minutes
leave.
With
We're not even
Halloween.
10 minutes in.
The scariest part about this episode is this episode.
Yes.
This has to do with
Correct.
Halloween
Welcome to the
because
Halloween
I
episode,
remember. I think it was our senior year of high school, and we watched the ABCs of Death. I think it was.
Oh,
called.
yeah.
And
oh,
there's
you watched that in high school?
yeah, our senior
Like in
year.
class?
No,
No.
no, no.
Oh, I was about to say,
At
like,
our
holy
friend's house.
shit.
But no, so and I remember there's one where it was like a survival game, and if you had to, if you didn't come, you lost, and then you got killed.
Yeah.
And you had to see how much you could go like in a row.
That one was a nightmare.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It sounds like a nightmare.
It was.
It
but
got
just
bad
made me think of
fast.
what Mike
Christ.
said.
Got bad.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I've never
And
seen
you
those.
had,
I've
like,
seen like skits from the or like sketches from those movies.
various degrees of like really yucky, like I guess like stimulus presented in front of you to jerk off to.
Yeah. It got bad at a point.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I remember watching.
Oh, by the
I've
way,
never
answer
seen
the
like
question,
a full one.
I think it was about 2 gallons.
Gross.
Or
Oh, I
something
said
like that.
5. I was close.
I might
That's
be
not
wrong.
really-
I might be misremembering because we
feel
did
like
it a few
that's
years
2.5.
ago.
Yeah,
but
if it's
gallon?
2 in all
Yeah, I
of your
guess
life,
gallon.
5 isn't close.
no, yeah.
But 2 seems kind of small. Like
Gallons.
that doesn't
gallon.
seem
Think
like
about
a
how-
lot.
Yeah,
think about how
a gal-
much-
Think about a jug of water.
Yeah, I was
Think
gonna say
about
milk.
how much
milk,
the
yeah, water.
3 of you individually came in your high school years. Would you not say that's
You-
at least
you-
1 gallon?
I can
in
easily
4
say
years?
it's not. I can easily say it's
Yeah,
not.
no way.
Yeah.
Easily.
Absolutely.
Colin's got
not.
it stored upstairs. And so he can easily.
Yeah, nobody
It's,
found the cum box
it's in
yet,
my
guys.
shoebox in my closet.
Jesus
Terrible.
Christ.
I might,
Small
I
changing
might be
colors.
misremembering, but like we straight up did like the math. Like one of our friends is a like fucking math nerd. Like we did this shit. Like we did it. I don't remember exactly if it was 2
I don't
gallons.
know,
But I
just
think it
feel
was.
like 2 seems like, because I can picture like 2
So,
gallons
can you look
of
up the
milk.
Yeah, look up
average
the
amount
average-
normally? It's like 0.5 milliliters. It's like nothing.
That's a stupid low amount of cum.
That was
That
probably
is a disarmingly
that was,
low
Like
amount.
that was
of cum.
per
probably
ejaculation?
look.
Yeah.
That was probably
Wow.
taken of an average of people before the internet existed.
Wait,
Yeah, I was about to.
wait,
Yeah, that is true because
That's-
right, like you would think like people who lived in like the 1800s came way less than people who have like
Well,
now
we-
that
how-
have like
how
are
much was it-
readily
we
accessible
based
stimuli.
it off of.
How much was there to do in the 1800s? What
Yeah,
are you
I mean,
doing in your
come,
free
chop
time?
wood and die. Like that's really
Yeah,
all you did.
that's
right?
it.
Like,
Well, I mean, we based it off of whatever the average, like Google said, the average person jacked off a week, and then whatever the average amount that you came every time.
Okay, so
and
how
then,
much
like,
did
No, but
Google
here's the
say
thing,
somebody
right?
jacked off per
I
week?
think
it
I
was,
think
it
maybe
was 3 times a week.
no.
Okay,
Hold on
that's
a minute.
fair.
Hold on. I think maybe that in like the 1800s, the volume would have been larger, right? Because like
They're doing it less.
they're doing it less, right? Because like wasn't everybody like puritanical, right? So they would have probably
Not
They
they
probably
everyone.
wouldn't have done it ever.
They
again. I
probably
mean, they wouldn't
here's the
have
thing,
jacked
like
off.
they
would've
probably
just
would
been
have
having
come
sex.
on a lesser like scale than we would today, right? Because like
Like fewer times.
fewer times, right? So the load would be larger because you know it's got it's
Right,
ramped up.
builds up.
It's
Right.
It's
So
like,
I think like that could equate, right?
But
Because like if they're coming like once a month, let's say, right? That like
Once
that's
a
gonna
month?
fill up. That's gonna fill up like.
Well, they would only ever
like a
do
shot
it because they're good Christian people, and they'd only ever do it like while they're
no, I
having
thought
sex.
the
That's what I'm
whole
saying, like, the
point.
Quakers
I thought
are
the
like,
whole
"Listen, I
point
can't
was
even
to
look at
be
you
like,
while we do
I'm
this."
gonna get married at 14 so I can start fucking.
No, not even that.
No,
just
you
to
gotta do it
reproduce.
religiously, and that shit, like
Yeah.
you know.
But the thing is, like, they only have sex when they want kids.
Ugh.
So like, they have to like, they don't do it for pleasure. Like,
So what do? They
Oh,
just
kids.
keep pumping out these kids and throwing them to the fire so they can keep
I'm
fucking,
telling you,
like,
the colonial families had like 7 children, and 4 of them always died. Like,
Disgusting.
you had to
That is-
repopulate the earth, right? Like, that is so
Yeah.
true.
They did
Whether it was
die.
working in like a factory and getting caught in like the spinning Jenny,
Maybe
or,
we're
like-
onto something. Maybe this is why so many of the kids died, so then they could keep having sex and keep
Yeah, they're
having
probably just
Dude,
killing
is this-
off
oh my
their
God, did we
kids.
just uncovered industrial revolution,
No,
like
yes.
sex crime.
I'm telling
like,
you.
That's why
Because-
child labor
Can we get,
existed.
can we get like Law and Order SVU colonial like industrial revolution
you don't
edition?
send
Like,
your 6-year-old to go work in the factories to make money for the family. You send them, and then you cross your fingers and you hope and pray. Okay, they're gonna die today. They're gonna die today. And then we
just so
can
they could
fucking-
fuck.
Anyway,
No, they absolutely
That's
had
That's
to
like
make
why
money for
you
their
send
family.
nowadays. You send your 6-year-old.
They had to buy their
school.
stale bread,
Okay,
Sage.
You send your
Like,
that's a
6-year-old to
pretty good
school.
situation if you think about it.
I'm
It's a
gonna mute
great
everybody at a
situation.
certain
Because
I'd
point.
you
kill
either-
my kid to fuck.
Either you get money from your kid,
Yeah.
like he either comes home with
Yeah.
his paycheck,
Hey,
or,
you're playing roulette with your child, essentially. Like, he either comes home with
or you
4
get to have
cents.
sex.
He comes
No,
home with
like-
4 cents, or he dies in the textile
Wow,
machine.
Mike.
Like,
Is this
there
for
you
me?
go.
it is.
Oh my God! You
I'm
remembered
serious.
my birthday 2 months ago.
I did. Well, look, the first one got lost, so
I'm not blaming you on
Yeah.
the timing here.
There was a hurricane. It got lost.
There was a
It's a
hurricane.
You might be
Turns
getting a
out.
second gift at some point. Who knows?
I kind of hope it's a dildo. Is it
Oh my God! It's Frieza!
cute?
Wait, did you not see this yet?
I didn't. Oh my God! Yo!
No, I forgot it last week.
Oh, it was
Ah.
open. I was like,
Wait, is that Frieza too?
No.
No, that's Cooler, his brother.
Oh, I was close.
You were close.
cooler.
Yeah, he's a little
Because
cooler.
doesn't
Yeah.
Frieza have like a bunch of forms?
Yes.
See?
I've explained
But
this
Frieza
to,
doesn't
to
have
her
that
in
form.
detail.
Okay, well that looks like Frieza.
It does look like
It
Frieza.
does, because they're the same race.
Wait, is this my episode to edit?
Yes.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
Oh my God! Oh my
Wait,
God!
that
Oh, there's so
cum
much
part.
tape on here.
I believe
I mean,
in you.
I don't know. Do you care about the box or do you not? There's also the knife in
Oh,
front
are
of
you
isn't
a
there?
box keeper? I am.
I
yeah,
am.
You should
Oh, I
have
keep
it. It's in front of your
I'm
phone.
not a
I
box
keep-
I saved my
keeper.
Funko
You
Pop
don't-
boxes because
you
I'm
don't keep the box?
psychopath.
I keep
How
boxes.
will
No.
you transport them?
I don't know. Hope.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, especially because I'm like, I plan on moving out soon.
Where
I'm
do
not gonna
I?
get rid of
I
them.
don't
I
have
am
space
potentially
to put,
moving soon.
Yeah, but I don't have space
And
to
if
put
I
boxes.
didn't keep the boxes, like some of these figures I bought in high school, and I knew I was like, I'm gonna keep the box. That way, if I ever have to move, I can
Yeah,
put
but
them
where
back
are
in the
you
box.
storing these boxes?
I just keep. Actually, I put them as part of the display, and I
Closets.
use. No,
Yeah,
no,
I
I
put
put them
all
as
mine
part
in
of
my
my
closet.
display, so I can have like different levels,
I
so they're
have
not like
clothes
all
in
like
my
stagnant on one
closet.
level.
Also,
live
to be
in
fair, I
modern
have nowhere to
times.
even put my figures, so they're all in their boxes still.
Yeah,
and
you
just-
don't have them, any of them out.
I don't have anywhere to put them. And
Well, you don't
Your
shelves,
boxes?
so
I mean, even if I had like, I can't put any shelves where I'm in my basement anyway.
I know it's kind of like awkward, like layout. That's
It
what
really is. So like, whenever I move out, I'll actually would have put all of my figures somewhere, and I'm gonna end up like opening all the boxes that like, cause I have them in like a big box.
Oh, together.
Like, yeah. And I'm gonna fucking end up opening one of those boxes when they be like, holy shit, I have a lot of figures. Where am I gonna put these? Cause I'm sure over the years I've just been like, oh cool.
Yeah.
And then, and then like,
when-
all right, putting that in the box for whenever I move out somewhere.
When I go to conventions, I always tell myself I can only buy one figure per day of the convention because I know myself
day.
well enough.
Per day, I only ever get one
No,
the
because
entire time.
no,
I'm
because
scared for me to go.
if I
I'm so
yeah,
excited
if I
for
go,
you to
like,
go.
So excited.
there's so
yes.
many figures that I really like, but at the end of the day, I decide on which one I like the most, and then I buy that one, and then the next day I start fresh.
Yeah, no, I just buy one.
That's
I
smart.
go the three.
Wow.
I go the 3 days, and then I'm like, which one do I want?
You
Is
go
it still
3 days
there?
and you
Cool.
don't buy anything?
Well, I mean, like I'll get like a small keychain or like a shirt or something, stuff like
Oh,
that. But like
okay.
if I'm going with like one big expense, I wait till like
no, that's fair.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever bought a figure in my life.
Oh, you should. Have
There-
you ever
it's-
been
like,
to a
I've bought
convention?
action
I'll put the
figures.
energy on
Have you
later.
ever been to
Oh, okay, I was like,
anime?
I've never
wait,
been
did
to
it not
not a
come?
convention. No, I've never been to
Oh.
It's really funny. It's just
It's
the
a
other
very
day.
interesting experience.
conventions.
Yes.
I'd imagine so.
It's
Is it hard to pronounce?
I think the best way to describe it is just
I gotta cut it out.
Oh.
a
With, like, flyers.
sea
Cut it
of
out? Yeah.
nerds,
Oh.
and then you get like the occasional really attractive nerd.
All right, I'll be right at home.
I
Buff
know.
Ash. Buff Ash.
Thank you
Buff
very
Ash.
much. I
Buff
appreciate that
Ash,
compliment.
Yeah, I was about to say we'll be right at home. Yeah.
Throwback to Buff Ash.
Skyrim guy.
The fuck is
Skyrim
Buff
guy.
Ash?
He lifted
So
you.
we went to Castle Point. Was he there
Oh,
or
God.
Anime
Castle
Next?
Point.
So I think he was also at Anime Next.
He was, yeah.
And there was this guy who was cosplaying as Ash, except he was completely
Ketchum?
Ash like
shredded.
Ketchum?
Yes, Ash
Yeah.
like
Oh,
Ketchum,
okay.
completely
Ash from
shredded,
Rainbow Six.
and
I was
just the red vest, and
And his abs.
and
it
his
was
abs,
like,
and we were
yep.
like, "This is all we need.
I was
Thank
like,
you very
God.
much
was
for
like,
your
thank
service."
Thank you for your service, sir.
You're a
Speaking
hero.
Speaking of Rainbow Six Siege, we need to get you. We need to
Yeah.
get you
I
with
really
us.
want to play that with
Yeah.
that though. I want to be there.
So get in. Why not?
well, because usually when
Is
you
that
guys,
a
the last
first-person
couple times you
shooter?
guys have said
Yes.
it,
Yeah.
yeah,
Not
the
for
last
me.
couple
So-
times you said it,
It's
I
not for
couldn't.
me
So
either,
explain
but
to you what
I'm,
Rainbow
I
Six Siege
still
is.
got it.
Rainbow Six Siege is the game that.
Wait, question:
What?
Can I play this like on my laptop that
No.
can barely
Probably
run
not.
No.
StarCraft 2?
Definitely not.
No, probably not.
Oh.
You have
If
to
you-
upgrade.
If you get a new computer,
Yeah, but
then absolutely come
Yeah.
play
if
with
she
us.
ever plays
Yeah.
with us, we are recording that.
Oh,
no,
I'm streaming
wait,
that.
But if
I'm
I
absolutely
ever
streaming
that.
play with you guys, can you not kill me for like the first
You
30
can.
minutes?
No, we'll be on the
I'm
same
gonna
team.
We'll be on the
tease
same
you.
team.
Oh, okay, good.
Well,
Well,
Okay,
there
good.
is friendly fire.
I was about to
but-
say, you can.
Totally
Yeah,
kill
you
you.
can.
Yeah,
do
I
killing.
shot Eamon the other day.
You sure did. I was
sure
there.
Did.
I
You're
saw
the king
that.
of team killing here.
No, I
So
did it
you
on
really
purpose.
are. You really are the king of team killing.
No, because we were like,
You shoot
we
him
were
on
like
purpose?
completely, yeah, we were completely down. We were
A
trying to get out
vendetta?
of the match, and we accidentally did the event match by accident again. And I was like, okay, I'm so done with this. And I was like, and he was like, yeah, I wish there was a button to kill myself. I was like,
I saw
Sure
you like
is.
Got you,
gangland.
boy.
I saw him like gangland South LA execute him.
and he
Like
just walks in front of me. I took a shotgun to the
I
back of
was
his head
like,
and
holy shit, dude! Like
Execution style. Oh my
gangland
God.
South LA execution.
But yeah, I
style. was like,
super
oh
wanna be
my
a part of
god. But anyway, Rainbow Six Siege is a
I watched your
first-person
video
shooter.
on it.
Oh, you did.
I did.
he has a good video on it. You
It
should
was
watch
a
it if you
really
haven't
good
seen
My
it.
video on Rainbow Six Siege.
Hey, we're
It's
all
not a
we're
bad
all
video.
in that at points.
You are
Yeah.
all in that. You are all in that. But we all play it together. Oh, that's the game we all play. And then
Right.
Kat just got it too. So we're gonna get her trained up
Cute.
and
Can't wait.
Oh,
play.
also,
It's gonna be so fun. I'm
speaking
so
of other
excited.
games, we all got the Halo Infinite.
We all got the Halo.
I can't play it
Let's
till
go, dude.
Saturday night. I'm so annoyed.
Well, you can't play it till Saturday night.
I'm working the next 2 days.
You're working Friday? Oh,
Yeah, I'm not.
okay.
Oh, does it go live tomorrow?
It goes so you can
Well,
preload
like
it
live
tonight.
today.
Yeah.
But I didn't get the
And it
email
goes
to
live
preload
tomorrow.
it, so I couldn't even do it anyway.
Well, it's on Game Pass. Well, at least for mine, it's on Game Pass.
Oh shit! I should have turned my Xbox on.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's on like
It's
the
the email
marketplace or
said
whatever.
look for an email, so I didn't even think about it.
Oh, maybe
opening
they'll
my
send it out
Xbox.
today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because I know you can preload tonight on Game Pass.
I'll just
so-
have to do it when I get home on Saturday.
But yeah.
Can I
But
ask
yeah, what?
a question?
Sure.
Is there like a big difference between Xbox and PlayStation?
They're different consoles.
No, I
Yeah.
know they're
Different
different consoles, but
consoles.
I
I
mean,
mean,
So-
like,
Not
there
really,
used to be
no.
there used to be
as far as like gameplay.
there used to be more
or-
so
No,
back
not
in the
really.
I mean,
day.
they have different
There was
controllers,
back
so
in the day,
technically
yeah.
the
Yeah.
buttons are in different places.
Like back.
I know. I'm
back in
trying to
the-
play Spider-Man, and that's fucking me up.
Back in the day, there used to be, but not so much now. They're pretty comparable.
The only difference is the console exclusives.
Yeah, so
Like
certain
Spider-Man
games.
isn't on Xbox.
They're pretty much the same though.
Yeah,
But
so,
like,
it's exclusive to PlayStation.
and then it becomes down to like preference. Like personally,
Yeah.
I'd rather play like first-person shooters on an Xbox controller than a PlayStation. But I know other people don't feel the same. So like,
Well, yeah, I feel like
It's all
Sony and
preference at that
Xbox
point.
have like a lot of like similar exclusives. Like in terms like Sony, I feel like now has like in the past maybe I don't know 8 or 9 years have just gone like third-person sad dad. Like adventure, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, think about it, right? Days Gone, Last of Us, God of War, like
fair enough.
all that shit. And then Xbox is kind of just like stuck to their guns with like
So
first-person
excited for God
shooters
of
or
War
like
2.
platformers.
Yeah, I mean, I would have probably. I have no really like. I want to get a PlayStation 5 for Ratchet and Clank, mostly only that for right
I know
now.
Austin really
But
likes
like,
that.
well, Ratchet and Clank's fucking. I love Ratchet and Clank. I love it so much.
I
But
really like the remake of the first one. That's the only Ratchet and Clank I've played. And
I like it
really
less
liked
so
it.
than the actual original one, but it is good.
I wouldn't know. I've never played it.
He's less snarky. He's a lot more like kid friendly, and it's kind of lame in
what?
terms
In-
of Ratchet.
The new one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like the remake, he's a lot more like kid friendly, and it's a little less fun because his character in the original is like just kind of a smarmy asshole, and it's great.
Okay.
But yeah, like I probably would have already gotten it, but I really don't like the white PlayStation 5 look. Also, because every other console I have is black, so I'm like, it would just. I'm just like, man, if you made a black one,
You
though.
don't like the look? It's Seto Kaiba. It's
Yeah,
just
it really
fucking
is.
out
It
there.
is.
No.
Instead of Kaiba or Ryan Gosling and Drive.
Dude,
I
Trey,
want a
come on,
a
dude.
black PS5.
You get the white PS5, you put it in the center of all your consoles. Meme.
I also don't even have a place to put it.
What?
You put a cutout
Oh my
of Seto
God,
Kaiba's
Colin.
head on it,
Jesus
and you're good to
Christ.
go.
Anyway.
Never mind, that just hit me. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh my
I don't even
God.
have a place to put. Well, actually, I guess that's not true. I do have one console that's not black, and it's the Wii. But it's also like hidden behind a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have a
mine's in that box over there
there
under
were
a
black
bunch
Wiis?
of bags.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was red
Yeah.
Wii's too.
Yeah.
I knew that.
I got a black
know there were
one.
There was a
black
gold
Wiis.
one.
I got it for
Gold
actually. I got
one?
it for
I think it was
free.
the Zelda.
Gold one?
I don't
I
know.
guess
Zelda
for
was
free.
one.
Yeah,
Wow.
when I used to work in the city, we were going through our supply closet, and there was just a Wii in there that nobody had used in like 3 years because they got it from an event that they were like, we don't want this. We only bought it for the event. You guys can take it. And then nobody in the office wanted it. And then I was like, I'll take a Wii for free.
Yo, free GameCube.
That's
Yeah.
That's literally why I bought my Wii, because my GameCube broke, and I at the time I was a child and didn't
Yeah.
think
I think
could
it's
just
kind
buy
of
it.
crazy.
So my
that you
parents
can
just bought a
get,
Wii.
like, I think it's kind of crazy that you can get like a Wii or like an original Xbox for like $50 now.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like
Dude,
back in the day.
Well,
like, they
especially
were,
because like the
$400.
the 360, the
It's about to be
PlayStation
classic.
2, and the Wii were just such shipped consoles that they just exist everywhere.
Oh,
Like, they're
yeah.
still
There's
saturated.
a PS2
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
That was
Dude,
the
they're-
most made console in the world.
Yeah, and hell, they just made a game for it like fucking 4 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, it was like
a
the
FIFA game.
yeah.
Yeah, a FIFA game came out for it like
For the
4 years ago.
PS2?
Yeah, maybe
That's kinda
maybe it was
funny, I
longer
like
than
that.
that. It might have been FIFA 2016. Maybe it was a little longer.
It was,
but
it
like
was,
That's
it
a-
it was
too recent.
years
Like,
after.
That's
like, the console
actually
was
really
dead.
funny. I like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
bit.
everybody and their mother owned a
Yeah.
fucking PS2 because it became so cheap, and like it's great.
But it's a good
Yeah.
console,
I
right?
mean,
Oh, yeah.
mine
it's-
still
oh,
works.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's still a great
100%
console.
so solid.
Colin's gone through like 5 because apparently he treats them like anyone's ex-wife. But like,
That's complete. I treat them good. They just broke. The belts fucking wore out.
My brother
Colin's
found
the
one on the
stepdad to
side
his
of the street
PlayStation 2.
working in
Absentee
perfect
father.
condition, and he was just like, "This is mine now."
Nice.
Yeah.
But I
Still uses it.
I've got a box
he
of
found
PS2
it like
games.
3 years ago, and he's like still uses
Yeah,
it.
this is mine. Like,
my PS2 I think still works. I think it's having slight issues, but it's still overall fine.
Do you
It
have
just
a-
takes some issues to like get it started sometimes.
Do you have an original or
No,
a
it's
slim?
a slim.
Okay, that's what I have. Yeah.
I was an Xbox man growing up.
I never had the
'Cause I really
Xbox
liked
original.
Halo.
I had the Xbox 360.
I had the
PS2, then
original,
to
then
360.
and then I
Dude,
went over to PS4.
360 is about to be like a retro console.
It is.
It
Yeah.
pretty much
Kinda
is at
crazy.
this
What?
point.
Yeah, it's
It
about
came
to
out-
hit retro.
It
Wait,
was
what-
Wait,
what-
like 20
what
years old.
constitutes retro?
20 years from
Oh,
release.
is that actually
Yeah.
a thing?
Yeah.
It's
Wait,
almost
the
20 years old.
Xbox came out. The
Xbox
Xbox
360.
360 came out 20
Oh,
years
no.
ago.
No, 05.
I think it's
2025.
It came out in
2025.
The first time I saw an Xbox like in person, not the 360, but like the Xbox, I think I was like 8.
That was 2002,
2001 was the original Xbox.
and then the
I was about
360
to-
was
That's
05.
the correct year
I
when
know.
it came out.
No,
you
no,
believe
no,
the
not the
360 lasted-
360.
Oh.
I
Was
didn't
it
even
8
know that
years?
there was
Five?
a
Something like that, yeah.
360.
A long time.
And
but
then
when you were 8,
The one came out in.
years.
it would be exactly 2005.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
like
like
12.
The entirety of
Yeah, but
from
I
like
did-
when we were in
that's when I
grade
first
school
saw the
through
original
when we were in high
Xbox,
school, like when we
not
were
the
like
360.
Oh. So you
junior,
just
senior
weirdly
year is when
saw,
the
like,
one came
the
out.
old one.
Sophomore,
Yeah, because I didn't know that.
2013.
I was not like into games.
Crazy.
Something like that, yeah.
But I mean, yeah, because I went from the 64 to the GameCube, PlayStation 2, probably the Wii, then 360.
Dude,
I don't
this
remember
is crazy.
exactly
That's the
where that
exact
came
line
from.
I had.
Yeah, and then 360 to
360, what did
the
I get up to?
1,
Yeah.
and then the 1 to, I guessed the PS4, but I got that way late and from a friend for extra cheap because it was broken. So then I paid to do $50 to fix it instead of giving it to Sony for $100.
Dude.
And then I got the Series X. That was
Wait,
my
what's
path.
Series X?
Oh, you
the
got
newest
the new
Xbox.
console?
Newest
Yeah.
Xbox.
Wait,
Yeah.
they already have a new one?
It's bullshit naming. Don't even try to learn
Wait,
it. But
didn't
yes.
the Xbox
No, the
One
Xbox
just
One
come
came out-
out?
No.
No.
No. That was when we
2013.
were in high school.
It's like 9 years ago.
I have no concept of
This
but
is
yeah.
the new one that just came out. Also has the exact same name as the last one.
Well, no.
Effectively.
Yeah. So it was the Xbox One, then the Xbox One X, and then the Xbox Series X because Microsoft fucking hates themselves.
Why
No,
would
you forgot
they-
the S.
Well, no, the S was a different one.
Wait, is that the one that tried to like copy
brain
the
hurts.
Wii with like the like bar that was like motion sensor?
That
Oh,
was
no, that's the
that was the
Kinect.
360.
Connect.
The Xbox One also had that, and it was actually pretty solid. Not gonna lie, like just being able to like walk into a room, and be like, "Hey, Xbox, turn on," and then it would, and I could just be like, "Hey, load X game," and it would.
So it was Siri before Siri.
Yeah,
much.
it was ahead of its time, and people were
It was-
frightened by it
yeah,
when
it
it
was
was announced.
overall-
and
it was
and it was
overall pretty
overwhelmingly
shit, but-
like people were like overwhelmingly against it because they're like, I don't want you listening to me all the time, and now everybody's got a Google Home or an Alexa in their house.
Yeah,
I don't.
It-
I
but
was
like,
gonna say they
I
just
don't.
needed to
Yeah.
wait like 5 years.
overall, it was in general for what it was supposed to be for was pretty shit. But like just being able to like
I
say
thought it was
turn on
literally
and load
just so you
game
could
was
do
pretty
Just
good.
Dance.
No,
That
because
was pretty
there's,
much what
there's
they
also like
marketed
other
it
things.
for.
Like if you were playing Skyrim, you could like do the shouts in the game. Like if you say Fusro Da,
I
it'll do the
literally
shouts.
didn't even know it listened to you. I just knew
Usually
Just
only
Dance.
if you said Xbox or if you were playing a game that specifically you could enable it.
Neato.
But
I was never into the idea personally.
yeah, and then
Yeah, me either.
well, also the Xbox One was just a marketing disaster because they marketed all this stuff that was like to make it like basically an all-in-one console where they're like, hey, if you buy a game, you'll put the game in, it'll download it, and then you'll never like you won't need the disc again and any of that shit. But
Oh
then
my
you couldn't
God.
share the game with people because it would download the disc and then like scratch it or whatever, so it wouldn't. And, like, it was like a
what
whole thing.
Scam.
Oh my God.
But like it was meant so that way you could just never need the
Like a
disc.
physical.
Yeah, like it would basically download it to a point where I think you still needed the disc to put it in or something. I don't remember
So
exactly.
what's
Yeah.
the fucking point if
But
it
it was
still needs
so
it?
it would quicken load times.
Oh.
And then it was like it had a bunch of stuff that they originally marketed as that in the long run probably would have been really great, but everybody hated it at the moment that they
Yeah.
scrapped all of
Wait,
it.
but let's say you had a game, and you've put it into your console.
Uh-huh.
It's done all the stuff,
Yes.
and then your friend is like, "Oh, let's play this game. Bring it to my house."
No.
You
You
can't.
gotta bring the whole fucking console.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
or you gotta
That's
be
what
like, come
people-
to my house.
That's immediately why people were upset, because it's like, bro, I want to bring the game to my bud's house
me
and play
bring
like
I'll
Call of
never
Duty.
forget there
Half
during
pound box opposed to the whole thing. That's
To
ridiculous.
be fair,
I'll
back in
never
the
forget
360
the
days,
friggin',
you used to bring your hard drive. I used to pop that shit out and bring it to my friend's house, slap that in his Xbox so that we could play my games.
I definitely never thought of that. I usually just brought my
Oh, yeah.
console.
Really?
like-
No, I would just pop out the hard
To
drive.
be fair, anytime I had to do that, I was bringing the console so we could play zombies in the same room, and we
Yes,
just had two.
that was what
TVs
we always
set up.
did it for was
So-
for zombies.
So two guys are on the big TV,
Also,
and then
I'm
two
taking
guys
this
are on a
jacket
really
off.
small TV behind
Losing
them.
the costume.
Oh my god!
I'll never forget during the
sex appeal.
Is it?
Is it?
eh. during the E3 of that year when they were announcing or not announcing all the consoles, but like kind of like showing off the consoles and going into detail. Sony did like a kind of like an attack ad at Microsoft,
They sure did.
and they were like,
Shit was hilarious.
they were fucking like. Because Microsoft announced like that bullshit where you had to like do like the hard drive share or like you couldn't
Where you just
share
couldn't
games
share
or
a
whatever,
game.
right? So then Sony was like, "Hi everybody, I'm Sony, and I want to play a game with my friends. Oh, but I don't own a copy of the game, but I have a PS4 console." And then another Sony representative walks in and he's like, "Hey, do you want to play this game together?" And then he like hands him the game and he puts it in the drive and he's like, "Wow. No mess here."
No, it was actually it was
I don't
it-
need
it-
this
it-
complexity
it was
here.
I
simpler
love
than
petty
that.
shit like that.
It was literally like a 5-second video where it was, here's how you share a game on PlayStation 4. guy turns, just hands a guy the game,
Yeah,
and it
yeah,
ended.
dude.
That was it. That was all it was.
And then they look at the camera, they're like, with
I
that shit-eating grin. Oh my god, it was
I
so
love
funny.
when major corporations do the pettiest shit.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, dude,
Oh, it's so funny.
Went all in. It didn't even have to say anything.
But it was.
they were like, no needlessly
And
complex shit here.
there's no subtlety. You know exactly all the time who that attack is directed to.
But like
Absolutely.
it was originally like it was basically an early stepping stone to what they ended up doing anyway, which is Game Pass. The whole point was that everything would be digital, and you'd have it in your own library that you could access from anywhere.
Yeah.
Was the original point that they were trying to do it for, but they
Sony.
also marketed it like
Microsoft.
shit. Microsoft.
Oh.
So like nobody understood what they were trying to say.
Yeah.
So like because that was the point. Was that you would be able to access your games from anywhere because you own them. It would register as your thing, and you could do it from anywhere.
And you can like log on.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, but they just that whole E3, they had like all these ideas that they marketed awfully and
Yeah.
sold so poorly that nobody understood what they were really going for. So they had to backtrack on all of it, and then they ended up doing it later, just in a better way.
No, but straight up, like if I could corporate chill for a second, like
Game Pass is incredible.
Game Pass is like the best $5 I spend a month.
100%.
Like straight up.
Infinitely
like, it's
better
so
than PS
good.
Play.
Oh my god, I don't have to buy an Xbox
PS Plus. Whatever it's called.
PS
Yeah.
now.
Like,
or
I think
Plus.
that's the cool
Yeah,
thing
Plus.
about it is you don't have to have an Xbox. You can
Not one
play
bit.
all those games on
I
your
don't have to buy
PC
an
now.
Xbox now because all of the Xbox exclusive just launched to PC. Like it's great.
Game Pass is incredible.
And I just have to get a PS5 because PlayStation doesn't have like a similar like thing.
also their fucking
So.
their store is just awful.
Who,
also
Windows?
PlayStation's.
Windows
PlayStation.
Store?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
PlayStation
Store.
Oh yeah.
PlayStation
I
well,
also,
Store
I
does
also
kinda
both
hate,
of their stores
I
are
also
dog
hate
shit.
their UI. If I'm honest, I really hate their
I like
UI.
the UI.
I like
think
the
it's
menu
simple.
UI.
I like
I don't-
the UI. Both of their stores are dog shit.
You also know what I miss the most about new consoles from old? You know, or what I miss most about old consoles compared to new is the cool like menu noises. Like
Oh, Xbox's
PlayStation 2's
was
fucking
fucking
dive
terrifying,
down
dude.
into
Oh,
shit.
dive down.
Dude, what the,
the
fuck were
GameCube?
developers on back in the day, dude? Xbox menus and PS2 menus were fucking horrible.
That shit was awesome though.
What are they talking about?
Wait,
what are
Ant,
they doing
Ant,
right
Ant,
now?
He's doing the dive down for
Ant,
PlayStation
Ant,
2.
Ant.
No, I'm doing the GameCube.
Oh, are you?
Anthony,
Yeah, you switch the
Oh
cube.
yeah.
if you want to get a
Or the
PS5, I
like
recommend
Luigi.
going to GameStops because Mark went into one randomly the other day to get me, I think, a controller or something for the Switch. And when he walked in, the guy was like, "Hey, you want a PS5 for $500?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." And then he bought it.
I don't think I'm in the market for one right now. I just upgraded my PC.
If they announce a
Oh,
black
oh,
one,
yeah,
I'm gonna
you
buy
did.
it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you
I did,
did.
boys.
If they
Oh,
announce
yeah,
a
I
black
did.
one, I'm gonna buy
Surprised
it.
you managed
I
to
don't
get
know why
that.
I'm
you're
surprised
against
I
the
managed
white.
to get it
I
too,
like the
honestly.
white.
It just
Like, I
stands
have
out
no
too much. I
idea.
don't want it.
Where'd you get it?
It's
I got it
so
off
tall.
Newegg.
It's just like this big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But
Wait, before we go though, the best part about the GameCube was you could start it up and hold Z and it would make the difference.
there was another
that
one.
little Easter
There's
egg.
a third.
Was there a third?
There was a video. I was watching a video that showed it. It was if you had all 4 controllers plugged in and all holding Z, it did a third noise.
What?
Okay, we're testing this right after this.
Oh my god, I
Uh,
need to know.
I have
But,
my GameCube over
I forget
there.
what it was. It was, but I favored it on whatever the fuck I was watching it. I think it was on TikTok. But yeah, it was because it's this guy that I follow that just does a bunch of random facts about old consoles and shit like that, and he like an old add-ons that you could put onto shit, like the CD-ROM player for the
Oh,
GameCube
yeah,
and
man.
shit.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know what was the absolute worst trend concerning the GameCube is when people were like editing that like opening screen where it makes the G into the cube, where it wasn't the final dun, and they just did away with
Oh,
the D.
yeah.
No, that
Then
trend,
by the
no,
note.
that
that
was
trend was
so
hilarious.
funny.
What
That
the
was
fuck are you
funny.
talking
it
about?
bothered me so much. Even when I knew it wasn't gonna be there, I was like, in my brain, I'm like, be there. The
But-
theme
One of my
But-
favorite ones of that was when like this. It was like. But instead of doing that, it was a dude just like spread eagle on a table, and he went like, and he farted, and it was fucking.
But like,
great.
I
Anyway,
miss old like menu shit.
me too.
PlayStation
Like
2's
Easter
dive
eggs and
down
menus.
is
Yeah.
fucking incredible. Like when that shit loads, it's just and
It's
you
the
go
scariest shit ever, dude.
So cool,
And then
dude.
the Xbox noises where it sounds like you're in an abandoned
Oh, when it's like
warehouse.
loading,
Yeah,
because it's just like the fucking glob like flexing and
Yeah.
yeah, dude, that shit was rad.
it
They
was
don't
awesome.
do it anymore.
It was awesome.
I miss that stuff so
Yeah.
much. And
now,
also just
now when the PlayStation 4 opens, it's just like for health and safety warnings.
Yeah.
Please see our support guide. I'm like,
which is fucking lame as shit. Also, like, because I think the only company that really does it now is Sega, where they're like the only ones that still do the Sega, and nobody else does that shit anymore either. Also, I mean, I think everybody knows this fucking fact, but I love the fact that like, from the old Genesis games, most of the cartridge was just the Sega noise.
Was it really?
Oh yeah, like 90% of the
Stupidest
cartridge was
shit
the
ever.
Sega sound, and then it was the other like 10% was the game.
That's so stupid.
It was like most of it was just that.
Can
So-
I derail this convo
Please,
real quick?
please.
Sure, we haven't talked about anything Halloween.
I know,
related.
and I'm actually
Yeah.
getting to it because right before we started filming, I was saying that I wanted to talk about Goosebumps because I really loved Goosebumps growing up.
Goosebumps rules.
Shout out to the
Goosebumps
Jack
does
Black
rule.
movie.
And then
Horrified of it,
Colin
I didn't
goes-
watch it.
Goosebumps?
No, that's not what I said. I said, oh, I fucking hate Goosebumps.
Oh, suck my lily liver taint.
let me explain.
Okay.
Hey,
but
real,
I
real
wanna-
quick though, that the old show.
Yes,
Kinda
the
loved
old
it.
show was so
Loved
good.
that old show.
As a kid, I would watch that only during Halloween
intro
time.
slam.
So good.
And I would be shitting my pants every night. It was Goosebumps and Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh,
No,
slam.
I
because-
didn't watch either
Slammers.
because I was
Don't.
a chicken.
It's
Thank you.
terrible.
No,
It's
that's
great.
why I
Why-
hated it.
Incredible.
why-
That's why I hated it.
Because it was scary. There
Because
was
you're
a
a
whole
pussy.
point.
Because I'm a pussy, and it was scary. And you know what really scared me was Slappy the doll.
That
And
one
I
was the
didn't
best
wanna see
one. It was so
and I
good.
didn't want to see it. And every time it's Halloween, it's the goddamn month of October, and I just want to watch some TV. And Nickelodeon's got shit on, and Disney Channel's got shit on. So I have to go to Cartoon Network. But Cartoon Network's only playing Goosebumps, and they've got fucking Slappy the doll on the fucking show. And I'm so scared of dolls as a kid. I'm so terrified
still
of
now,
Chucky and
apparently.
Sloppy.
I
And
don't-
Sloppy the sloppy knob.
I don't
You-
think this is about Goosebumps anymore.
You have
Kyle.
so many
As far
feelings.
as-
I think this is
Colin.
about something
God.
else.
And I was just, every time I was like, you know what, I'm going to give Goosebumps a shot. And it would be like 50-50 of either, oh, this was an interesting story, or, oh, I'm shitting my pants and I'm scared for the next 4 fucking days.
No,
So
I
that's why I didn't like Goosebumps.
there was one Goosebumps that I remember like
Book or show or episode?
in the TV show. It's like not like the brightest memory of it, but I just remember it being, instead of scary, it was like very sad. It was almost like Twilight Zone kind of feeling, because it was like these kids at like a day camp, and they're like feel like they're being watched and they're not sure what's going on. But I think like the end of it was like, oh, it's like kids in the past had died at that day camp, and they're just like their spirits are just still there, like left in limbo.
rules.
And they're, like,
then it's
left
the
in-
brother and sister at the end, and like the brother's like, "Oh, we escaped," and then the sister's like, "Not really," and like
And
you find out
it's
she's
just,
possessed. and
but
I'm
it's like it had like this breath of such like sadness to
Yeah.
it, opposed to being like scary or creepy. And I just remember like being a kid watching that, and I was like, I wasn't
My
prepared
most
for
avid
this.
memory of that show is only 2 of the episodes, which is the sloppy one, which I fucking
fuck
think is
that
great.
episode. No,
Great,
nuh-uh.
so good, because it's so
I
good
hate
at doing.
dolls,
It's
too.
so good
I
at
hate
doing
dolls,
what it
too.
is.
Thank
It
you.
does.
I don't like dolls.
But that, and then the
you remember that movie Dead Silence?
No.
Good.
and
What
then
is that?
the fucking plant dad one.
I'm sorry?
You remember the Goosebumps cover that had like the hand and it was full of fucking plants?
Oh,
in it?
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, coming from the basement.
Yeah, that one. That episode. I remember that. That wasn't even that good, but like I just remember that episode so clearly because it was like very like low budget Jumanji. Because that basement, you go down there and it looks like when the house is taken over by the jungle.
Yeah.
But just like low budget as shit. And I don't know why. I just remember that one. It was, like,
My
I just remember,
my
like-
favorite Goosebumps. I wasn't too into the show growing up. I liked it. Like I watched like a few episodes and stuff like that. Always around.
Let's be
Halloween.
honest. The intro was the best.
It was
part.
so good.
It was good.
Slams.
But my favorite Goosebumps book is like a super. It's really underground, but sorry. Excuse me. My favorite Goosebumps book is the one where there's like this family and they move into like a remote cabin in the woods.
What
and
a
like
mistake right off the bat.
yeah, I
Yeah,
know,
right?
which is like the worst possible decision ever. So like they move into like this remote cabin in the woods, and like the son like starts hearing like weird noises at night that sound like howling, but it's like very distorted and like weird.
Wow,
And
I
then
hate
he
it
finds
already.
out that like and then he meets like this strange girl like that lives in the forest.
Of course he does.
Yeah, of course,
Stop
right? He like
it.
meets this strange girl in the forest and they start to fall in love.
Oh,
But she's
reverse
also-
Inuyasha?
I was not
What?
expecting this.
Reverse Inuyasha.
Yeah. And then but then he finds out she's a werewolf. And he's like
Oh, reverse Twilight.
He's like we can't be together. You're a dog. And she's like
Whoa!
You're a
Whoa,
dog.
whoa!
What?
That is
Fucking
offensive.
no dogs out
It's a
here.
dog. He's like
But
you're he's like
he can't say that to her. She's got
Whoa.
feelings.
He's gonna get canceled on Twitter.
I don't know. I don't
Call
know.
a werewolf a
just
dog?
met this-
How dare he?
just met this bitch who lives in
I mean, wouldn't technically that be the right
That's,
term?
yeah, that's what I'm
Yes.
saying. That's the joke, right? So he like meets this girl, right? And it turns out she's like a werewolf, and she's got like red eyes and like sharp teeth, and she's very scary. And he's like, "We can't be together. You're a dog." And she's like, "But what if?"
Oh.
And then like the house starts to get like really creepy at night, and like there's like a bunch of sounds and like creaks and stuff like that. And the parents are like, I remember like vividly for some reason, the parents were like, "Oh, it's just the house settling." And I'm like, "What the fuck does that
Parents
mean?"
always fucking.
Oh
say
my
that.
god.
Yeah.
Say
My
that.
What is-
They're like,
parents.
the house is settling.
What
I'm
does
like,
it mean?
From what?
I
I'm like, is
didn't
it
get
settling
murdered,
down?
and it's your fault.
I'm like, what's it settling from? Like,
I-
It's settling down with
I-
the nice neighbor house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's settling
Yeah,
for
it's like,
you
no,
living
the
in
only
it.
thing
Yeah.
that's settling
He's
is
gotta
the
settle
serial
down.
killer that's living in my laundry room.
It was
Anthony,
looking for an
Anthony.
upliving, but then you moved in, so
Yeah,
it's
I was
gotta
gonna say,
settle.
It's like, what the fuck?
Anthony, I live in, like we watch a movie and it's like always like cabin
You
in the
live
woods.
in the house in the woods.
Yes,
Yeah.
the house in
Oh,
the
you
woods.
live in the last house on the left?
Yeah,
kind of thing?
You walk
Essentially.
down her friggin'
Essentially.
driveway and you're like, cool, I'm gonna get axe murdered.
We've
Yeah.
never had a trick or treater once.
No shit, who
Good.
the hell's gonna go
I-
by your
Shut
up.
house?
Not
Never once.
Has anyone ever been on that street to trick or treat?
No,
Yeah.
but
And
literally
I'm sure
our,
if anyone lives there, they're like, I'm not fucking going trick or
Our
treating
house-
here.
They're like, what fucking
It's gonna be
ghost?
a mile to get a one house to get
What-
one Kit Kat.
What ghost of a Victorian
Yeah.
child lives in that house?
but
I
like
wonder.
my house is that house in the woods where like shit's gonna go down.
So it's
Yeah.
like a
And
3-mile
when
walk
I
of
was
your
a kid,
driveway
and
alone.
still to this day, I am literally afraid to be alone in that house.
I don't blame you.
Daytime, nighttime, even if I know somebody is coming home, I'm like, I'm gonna get killed.
Yeah, I
and
can't
no
blame
one's
you.
gonna know.
I don't blame you.
Don't blame you.
I've slept at your house once. I was in the same room as Alex, and I was like, "This is weird. This doesn't feel right.
Yeah,
I'm
we're all
gonna get
gonna die.
I'm gonna get stabbed in my
There's an
sleep."
energy here. Yeah.
There's an
Even
energy
when
here.
we were all
Energy.
there and I went downstairs to go to the bathroom, I was just like, oh no, you're going down that spiral fucking staircase. I'm like,
Smallest
oh,
spiral
right.
staircase on
Oh,
the
yeah.
one up
planet.
to my room is even smaller.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the one on the loft.
No.
No.
There's
To her
another
room.
one.
Yeah. So if you know how like you went up the wooden one, right? That's
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
you went up. Okay, and that's like
We
where
had to
the
get a
TV and
fucking
stuff is.
TV up. I mean, we had to get a fucking foldable table up there, and that was
Right,
a pain
right,
in the
right,
ass.
right. Okay, but if you go like
Yeah.
a little
Pain in
bit
the
down the
ass.
hall, there's another doorway, and right past that doorway is another spiral staircase that leads to my room.
And it's smaller.
Yeah, actually, I've
Jesus,
fallen
really narrow.
so
How the
many.
fuck do you get anything up there?
Usually I have to like bounce it on my head.
How would you get a bed up there?
I don't know. That bed has been up there forever. Actually,
bed
one
came
time,
with it.
my dad when
They lowered it in through the roof. Wait,
They
you were
built the house around.
so you know how like no in
the bed's always
That's back
been
when they did
there.
The exorcism in your
Yeah,
house.
but actually, in the room that you've been into with the spiral staircase, we used to have like a really massive like box TV, like those old TVs.
Yeah.
Oh, like a
yeah.
CRT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Push that fucking
we
shit over
we
the
got a
railing.
flat
Done with
screen.
this.
We got a flat
There's a hole in
screen
the floor
to
at least in
replace
the
it
earth,
with,
like-
but we didn't know how to get the TV back downstairs because it was so big. Because they put that TV in actually before they finished off the wall.
Yeah, they built the house around the TV.
Essentially.
Fucking God
But so
almighty.
my dad was like, how do we get this TV out of here? But there's like an open ledge where you can see down into the living room and the kitchen. So we were like, oh, we'll just pulley system it down, you know?
Oh, Christ alive.
It
Did
got
the cord
like
break off?
halfway down and then it broke and then
Yeah.
just slammed into the floor
Sure
in the living
did.
room. So now there's a nice dent in our floor in the living room, which my parents have covered with a carpet.
Nice.
Perfect.
Also,
Very
I've-
cool.
I've just been sitting here imagining build the house around the bed where there's just a bed floating at like third floor level, and it's just like,
Why,
build
yes.
the house around that.
Look at this haunted bed in the
If
middle
you
of the
build
forest.
it.
Yeah.
in the
They
middle.
will come.
In the middle of the woods, just a bed floating.
Yeah.
All
There
right.
is nothing disturbing about this scenario at all.
And
Yeah,
whoever
there's
was-
free
whoever was-
bed.
yeah.
there's actually, if you
What
walk
secrets
like
does it hold?
Whoever was building the house was like, we'll put it in a room behind a door in a very tight spiral staircase. That way nobody will go up there. Who's gonna live in that
Nobody-
thing? That'll be a nightmare
Nobody
to
will
get
learn
up.
the secrets of this piece of bed.
Actually, I don't think it. I think the
Enter
spiral.
Sage's parents. Throw the kid in there.
No. Actually, originally it was an attic space, so it actually wasn't even like a bedroom. So my dad built the staircase to get up to it to make it a bedroom. But then he never
Oh, so it was
finished
an
it.
attic with a bed.
Yeah.
Right.
Did
But
you
then
ever
he
feel
never-
like
that's
this
where
was
they
a
found the
personal
three
attack
hanged women.
that they
No,
gave you
literally
this
in the
bedroom?
room.
I wanted this bedroom because
Of course she did. She wanted to be
Oh.
all the way away from everybody.
Yeah, because my original.
They can't get me up this tiny
My-
spiral staircase.
They have to go single file of this staircase.
My
Push
ori-
the fucking.
It used to be my brother's
ball
bedroom,
bearings down.
but then he went to college, and I was like, I'm yoinking this bedroom, so I did.
Yoinking.
Because my original bedroom was actually downstairs, right across from my other brother's room, and I was like, I don't like this, and I wasn't allowed to close my door, so I was like, I'm going up there, where no one can see me.
Yoinking
And I still don't have a
Yoink.
door.
You don't have a door?
No.
What do you
'Cause
cover
it's a
your-
spiral staircase, and then just an opening
So
to the room.
why were you
Oh.
upset that you didn't? You couldn't close the door, so you were upset. So you're like, yeah, let me go take a room that doesn't even have a door.
Because
big brain right
No,
there.
because okay,
5G
so
chefs
the room,
over here, yeah.
the room I was in where I couldn't close the door.
now
you can
it's
see
just
right,
open.
No,
and
you can see
everyone has to
right
see
into the room
everything.
from the hallway.
Yeah.
But the room I'm in now that doesn't have a door.
So whenever you get changed, you give
can't
the ghosts
see
of your
even if
house
you
a
look.
show.
Like
Yeah.
you can't see anything if you
What's
look
a door
up.
gonna stop ghosts?
What is a door gonna stop ghosts? You're right.
Also, I
No,
mean,
she-
now,
like,
now
she's-
she has great acoustics for when she's banging somebody. It goes right down the fucking stairs.
Somebody. She is
A nice
married.
No, no,
echo.
no. Anthony, that's the ticket.
I never said it. I just thought it once.
I'm sorry.
No.
Wait a minute.
I didn't.
Oh, that's
minute.
the ticket right there.
I did- I
that
did
not
spot.
say
I
that.
That's the
didn't.
G.
I
You
didn't.
The
did
good.
not say that.
I didn't.
That is
Ticket
not
spot.
real.
I'm
That's
so
not
happy.
real.
Literally telling
I
you
am
she
so
didn't say
upset.
that.
I am so upset with you.
No, I just thought it and I caught myself.
Somehow worse. Somehow worse.
I thought it and I caught myself, and then I
Mid-bang,
didn't
she
say it.
almost said that's the ticket.
That's the ticket.
It's like-
what are you, a conductor at an 1800s London train station? What is this?
No, okay, I don't. Okay, you tell me this. Do you
Okay,
think?
oh, I will.
Thinking that's the ticket, catching myself and then not saying it. Which one? I'm gonna give you a second option. Or one time, I don't remember who I was with, but I thought the wrong name and I caught myself and didn't say the wrong name.
Okay,
the
that's
That's
ticket.
worse,
It's
right?
That's the
the
ticket.
ticket.
No,
It's
that's
worse.
the ticket's worse.
That's the ticket.
no.
It's
But I
way
didn't.
worse.
But
No, different names
No,
worse.
well, the wrong name
Wrong
is
names
worse.
worse.
yeah.
Because
Well,
she stopped herself.
Because
Wait,
you
wait,
said-
wait,
no,
whoa, whoa,
Oh,
whoa,
that's
whoa,
the
Because at
ticket.
least if you say
no,
because at least if you say that's the ticket, at least if you say that's
No.
the ticket, it's embarrassing. If you say the wrong name, that's worse.
Okay,
You're
so
done for.
if they're mad at you that you said the wrong name, you tell them, hey,
That's the
once
ticket.
I thought that's the ticket and caught myself and didn't say it. Would you rather that or this?
I
And
think
they'd
they
be
would lose
like,
even more
"Oh, of
respect for you.
That's not.
No,
That's not
I'd
gonna
rather
help
you
the
just say
situation.
Not
Kat.
one bit. They're gonna be
gonna
like,
make
first
it
of all,
worse.
you
Apparently
said
one
you
for
said
Kat-
the wrong
Kat-
name,
apparently
and
if
then
Kat
you're a
heard that, she'd
fucking
be like,
moron
oh, okay, I'm not
during
as upset.
sex.
That's what it sounds like.
There's not much that can fix it. So you're telling me if they said that to you, they said
So if you're with a
That's- I
guy
feel
and
like,
they said the
alright.
wrong name,
What if it-
and they
not
were like,
forgiven, it's just better. That's all
No,
I
okay.
said.
But if you were with a guy and he was like, "Oh yeah, Jessica," and then you're like, "Who's Jessica?" and he's like, "Oh, sorry, I meant to
Sorry,
say
that's
that's
my
the ticket."
Sorry, that's my sister.
Oh.
Okay, well, no.
I like the idea
That's a
of
whole
going-
other fucking. That's a
I
whole
like
other
the
fucking
idea
direction.
Of not only did he say the wrong name, it's sorry, I didn't even mean to say that. I just meant to say that's the ticket. Jessica came out.
I just want to real quickly say that.
Because you can make
Sorry,
up some shit.
I
being
meant to
like,
say the
I don't-
lamest shit imaginable instead of another name. I apologize profusely.
I just want to one time. I just want to one more time say real quick that
Weird.
the scariest part about this Halloween podcast is this.
This episode
Episode.
exists.
Yeah,
It's like everyone was holding this in for what 15 episodes, and they just let it go.
And it's just like, you know what?
You
I have some
started it.
comments.
Go all
You
in.
100% started
Hey,
with this
hey,
energy.
did start
You
it.
didn't
Match
wait.
the
You
energy.
didn't
was
wait the
like-
5 seconds that you're supposed to wait before you click the
I never
button.
do that.
He never waits.
I
I
literally
know.
never do
I,
this.
I was
Forgets.
planning on you waiting so I could just immediately.
Why would you
open
plan
up
on
with
him
that.
waiting? He never waits.
I wanted to
never
just
wait.
throw
Open
us.
for
I forgot.
But
you
hey,
know, I'm a
we
forgetful
had a
person.
real conversation for like 20 minutes.
So
So
that
let's
was
just-
a real conversation.
Hold up. Let's try and be on topic for a minute.
Favorite
Let's go.
Halloween movie?
Favorite.
Go.
Oh, he got you.
Wow,
That's like really too immediate.
Favorite Halloween movie? Go.
Halloween.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Fuck, I was gonna say that one.
You can
still
also
say
say
it.
it's
Okay,
not
Nightmare
like I
Before
just
She
took
doesn't
it.
have the monopoly on
I
Nightmare Before
have
Christmas.
a hint for
I
you.
own it.
Someone else is gonna say that movie.
True.
Well, I thought you were
that
gonna
was a
say. I
gross
thought you were
laugh.
gonna say it.
Halloween. Yeah, Nightmare Before Halloween.
Nightmare
Nightmare
Before
Before
Halloween.
Halloween.
Oh wait,
Nightmare
no.
Before
I was-
Nightmare Before
Nightmare
Halloween.
The mashup.
I
of
was gonna
Halloween
say
and
actually
Nightmare
Before
Nightmare on
Halloween.
Elm Street, but that's not like a Halloween movie, right?
Which
Nightmare
one?
Before Elm Street? Yeah, sure it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's a
absolutely.
horror movie. Horror movies all fit.
Okay,
the
then
Halloween-
I-
Hold on,
Nightmare
hold on. When you
Before
say hold on,
Elm
wait a
Street.
minute.
Nightmare on Elm
Hold
Street.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Can we clarify something? So when you say favorite Halloween movie, do you mean favorite horror movie or favorite movie
Okay,
set
all
during
right.
Halloween?
Oh,
Favorite
that's like two-
Halloween movie, then favorite horror movie.
Okay,
Separate.
okay.
So favorite movie set
So
during
then-
Halloween
so then-
and then
movie
favorite
called-
horror
Then
movie.
Nightmare on
Scary Godmother. What
Oh,
is
I
it?
know Scary Godmother.
Scary Godmother
Scary Godmother
slaps.
before, yeah.
Then
Fucking
no,
banger.
Nightmare on Elm Street does
Great.
not count for Halloween movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's horror movie.
give me a second because I need to think because I love.
My
Halloween
answer stands
movies.
because Halloween takes place during
It does.
Halloween.
It does.
Yes,
Yes,
it does.
you're right.
So it's 2.
Also, Nightmare Before Christmas works for both Christmas and Halloween,
Yeah.
but it also
sure does.
doesn't it mostly take place on Christmas? I still stand by
It's
that it
like
takes place on
half and
both.
half.
Like it's fine.
Half
but
and
like,
half,
It's
I
half
think.
and half.
does it?
Yeah.
No.
Actually,
it
it
just
opens
opens after
Wait,
Halloween.
it actually
but there's
opens
also
on
time-
Halloween night.
But there's also time in between that's neither Halloween or Christmas.
True.
So
Yeah, doesn't he go to like the forest where there's like doors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So technically, like
Well, it's not-
Halloween is happening in that universe.
No.
And Christmas is
No, 'cause
happening
they
in that
have the
universe.
No,
countdown.
it's
Yeah.
not
They have the
happening. It's not
countdown.
happening in those universes. It's just
well,
like
it's not
that's
that
that's
it's not every day. Is
It's
the
how you
holiday.
enter
Well,
that,
you're airing
like,
all year
Yeah.
for the
that
holiday.
realm
Yeah.
for that
Yeah.
specific.
It's where
holiday.
And their weird time happens to fall on the same time. Like
No,
the
no,
Christmas
no, no.
world's
No, the-
Christmas.
Time is
the-
for everyone.
Yes, the
There's
Christmas
literally
world
a
is
clock there that counts down to the days based on our,
the
our
Christmas
time.
world is just the North Pole.
Right.
No,
They're just
yeah.
getting.
World.
You understand what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
though.
yeah. But like, if he goes into Christmas world on like Halloween
this?
day, they
What's
still
this?
have like 100
Oh.
days or whatever the fuck till
What
Christmas.
do you
Yeah,
say?
because they have like the clock that counts
Definitely
down.
not 100 days. It's like 60 days, but whatever.
Yeah,
Who's
you
to
were
say?
close.
Um,
I don't know
did
what
you
my
say your
favorite
name?
Halloween
Did you
movie
say
is.
your
Yeah,
then.
Nightmare Before Christmas is one of the best movies ever.
Nightmare Before Halloween, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nightmare Before Halloween.
Nightmare Before Christmas is so fucking good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess I would
honestly.
say
Like,
that.
there is
that's
no-
one of my
Say a
all-time
bad thing
favorites.
about that
Comparable
movie,
movie.
you're wrong.
There's no comparable movie.
No, it's
I mean,
perfect.
I could-
It's
I
a
could say
perfect.
one
It's a
bad
perfect
thing.
film.
Say a bad thing.
They credited the wrong person for doing most of it.
Wait,
Tim
what?
Burton.
You're not wrong.
Tim
Yeah.
Burton didn't do most of it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Henry Selick directed it.
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name.
Same guy who did Coraline
Yeah.
Yes.
and hasn't made a movie since.
God, Coraline's so fucking good.
Still
Coraline
never
whips.
seen that. I've
Coraline
heard it's
take
very,
place
very
during-
Never
good.
Does that-
seen it.
I've heard it's very good. I've meant to see
Also,
it.
I think the Corpse Bride just hit
I just
like
watched-
20 years old or whatever
I
the
just
fuck
watched
this
it.
year.
2005.
Today
God.
or something like that. Yeah.
2005.
2005,
To the
yeah.
5.
I
okay, then
love Corpse
15
Bride.
years, don't
I
know.
just
Yeah,
watched
15,
it like
whatever.
2 days ago, I think.
It's so good.
I haven't
Corpse
seen
Bride?
it.
Oh, Corpse Bride
Ooh,
whips
in
so
a
hard.
long time. I don't
Stop motion
remember. I don't
animation is
remember
so
most
good.
of it.
It's so beautiful.
Yo, Kubo and Two
Kubo and the
Strings.
Two Strings bangs profusely.
Also,
It's
Nightmare
a shame
Before,
that
Nightmare
it
Before Christmas
flopped.
is probably mine. Or Halloween.
Halloween is
Yeah.
my favorite horror movie. I love it.
I guess like a legitimate horror movie is a tough one for me.
yeah, I
'cause
was
I
gonna
don't
say,
watch
what
horror.
for
I
what
don't watch
I don't
horror
watch horror
because I'm a
movies, so
pussy.
I don't have a
I guess
favorite.
like I guess like Alien is a horror.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, man.
What's your favorite horror movie?
Halloween. That's
Still
what he
Halloween.
said.
Okay.
Yeah, Halloween's
You
my
don't
favorite horror
watch, I guess. What about you?
I would say Nightmare on Elm Street, or I also really like oh, I can't remember what it's called, but I'm picturing it in my brain.
You gotta give us
Cabin in the
something.
Cabin in the Woods for me, by the way. I kept
Oh, that's a-
forgetting
that's
it,
a
so I
good
needed
one.
to
Oh, that's
say
a,
it.
that's a
It's a
good
really
one.
good movie.
That's a solid one.
That's
I only have
wait.
one issue with that movie, and it's when the fucking eagle hits the thing in like the beginning.
Oh,
of
in the
movie.
beginning.
I wish they just never showed it.
It's got to
would've
be
been such a better-
established because otherwise it's
No, it would have been so much better
cop-out.
because then that would have been the moment you realize, like, you already had the hints. That would have been the absolute moment you realized that they were never like. That's my only one pick about that movie, but I fucking love that movie.
No.
Wait,
what you're talking about.
honorable mention: Freddy versus Jason.
Yo, Freddy vs. Jason bangs so hard.
I
Oh my god, that movie is so
love
good.
that movie. It's so
I
funny. It's so stupid.
adore that movie. That movie is so good.
I love bad Jason movies.
That's not a bad Jason movie.
There are
It's-
so many.
you know
there
what
are
I mean.
So
You know what
many
I mean.
bad Jason movies.
Yeah.
Friday
Jason
the,
X
Friday
is
the
a bad
13th.
Jason
Friday
movie.
the 13th
Jason
has so
so
many.
Jason
good.
X is so bad, but it's
Love
so
Yo,
good.
Sam is in one of the Friday the 13th movies.
Sam?
Is he?
Yeah,
From
Sam Winchester.
I was
Oh
about
yeah,
to
he's in
say
the remake.
Winchester.
Or not the remake, the reboot.
Yeah.
You know what movie I'll never watch because I'm just too scared?
What?
There's actually two. The Exorcist.
The Exorcist Exorcist,
That's
in
not
my
that bad.
opinion,
I need
The
to see The
Exorcist
Exorcist.
I've
is
never
the
seen
scariest
it.
movie ever made.
I've never seen
Hands
it.
down.
I'll never watch The Exorcist and The Shining.
Shining's
Shining's not scary.
Shining's not
I've
scary.
seen The Shining.
The
Yeah,
Shining
it's
has
not.
like
Shining is not
two
scary.
The
scenes.
Shining
It's
is more
creepy. It's
dreadful than
unscary.
scary.
Yeah,
Oh.
Like it's filled with dread rather than outright
It's also
horror.
creepy though.
It's
Like,
very
it's
it's
In
creepy.
that
just
fucking
creepy.
the room with the bathtub.
Sage,
Oh,
I
with
want
the
you to
naked
know
lady?
that the
Yeah.
scariest part of that movie for me was a scene where you are effectively jump scared by a furry blowing a guy.
Oh, interesting.
I forgot about that.
That is true. That is in that movie.
But
That,
The
that was
Shining is
the
not
part that
scary.
scared me the most.
Really? I
No.
feel like
it's more. Like
it's
I
more-
said, it's more tension. It's more tension
it's
rather
just
than.
tension.
because I've never like
They're bitches and they're saying it's fine.
I've never
I'm saying it's creepy though. They're
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
it's not.
yeah.
So
I've
I
never
understand
watched
that.
it,
I
but
love horror movies.
just the like
Oh, because you went like
still
this.
images
go.
that I've seen in my life, like the way that they've like they frame shots and stuff, it just has. I can just tell
Oh, it's an
by
incredibly
purely looking at
well-directed
the
movie.
images where I'm just like, I don't want to watch that.
It's an incredibly well
really
directed.
not
Probably
scary.
what my whole life
It's really
about
not
it.
that bad.
Yeah. Oh,
There's
sorry.
only like one
Yeah, it was
jump
Kubrick,
scare in the
right?
movie.
Wait,
I
you
think,
know what?
right?
I wouldn't say
It's
this
at
is
the
my
end? Yeah, it's
favorite,
Kubrick.
but what's a scary movie that scared me the absolute most? Probably It with Tim Curry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
as a
never-
kid, as a
Scary.
kid, no, as a kid.
I watched that when
Wait.
I was
Oh,
10.
as a
Can
kid,
we
that
talk
movie-
I
about
shat
the
my pants.
new?
I was about to
I
say
never watched
the
that
new.
one.
He
the
was
new-
hoping I wouldn't say it.
the new one.
I knew you were going to
He
say
was-
it as
the
soon as
new
you
It.
said.
Oh yeah, the
Okay.
new It whips.
So I went to go see the new It with
Second
Colin
one's better
and
than the first.
Eamon.
Oh, whoa. No, it's not.
Yeah.
And we, watched it in theaters and everything. And did you all see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spoilers, just in case anyone hasn't seen the new
And the
movies.
scene where they're like, where
In the
they're-
garage with the
yeah, the garage
projector.
flipping through the
Yeah.
thing. Colin
Great scene.
screamed. Like actually screamed, and it took away all my fear.
Colin.
Because he just out.
Yo, speaking of fucking atrocities in related to screaming based stuff,
I didn't.
They-
I want to defend myself
go
real
for it.
quick. I didn't just scream. I went, oh, okay, because I was very shocked by what was happening.
Oh yeah, it's a really good.
It
jump
was a
scare.
very good jump scare, and as I was doing that, they were both scared on either side of me, being pussies,
Oh my
as
God.
I am. And then as soon as I said, "Oh,"
See,
They
this
laughed
gotta
is,
jump- I gotta
this
jump
is
scare
why
story
I
when
wear
they were
watch
okay.
horror
Yeah.
movies in the
So I
comfort of
hope-
my own home so that people cannot judge me
okay,
for being
see,
scared.
no, because I go to horror movies.
I
this
wasn't
is gonna
judging him for being scared. I was judging him for screaming.
Yeah, so I'm gonna I don't know. This every time I say this, it sounds so stupid, but in the same way that it takes a lot for like a movie to make me cry, like or media to make me cry, it takes a lot for a movie to make me scared. So whenever I go see
Oh,
like
I'm such a piss baby.
yeah,
I'm
so, like,
scared
whenever
right
I go
away.
see like
Yeah.
horror movies, well, because when
I'm
I
scared
get
before it
when
starts.
I go to a horror
I'm
movie,
sitting in the theater and there's a trailer.
like when
Like,
I go to a horror movie, like my brain like immediately is like, all right, just expect jump scares. Like, and it's just something that like my
I
it just,
tell
just
myself,
does.
I was a
but
It's
they
like I never
still
get scared.
scare me.
When I was a kid, if a trailer on TV for a horror movie came on, change the channel.
yeah,
Yeah, same.
me too.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
so
They show too much, and I'm like, I could be 12 years old.
I'm not scared anymore.
I might be 22, whatever, however
Still
old.
to this day, I don't even
No.
have cable. But if I see an ad for a horror movie, change the channel.
I just get angry because I'm like, I could be a 6-year-old watching this, and this is just gonna come
Maybe
Oh
up.
my God, you're like neighborhood watch mom.
maybe
Like,
I got
I
that
could
car
be a
commercial.
6-year-old watching this.
I'm upset.
Maybe I
because
got that
I'm scared.
fake car commercial sent to me too much. You know the one where it's like a peaceful
Oh.
car driving and then the fucking lady comes up and
Oh.
screams.
Oh, I
Wait,
hate
my-
that.
that's
my
too much.
I've
sister and
never
mom did that
actually
to me.
seen that.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
friggin',
horrible.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But anyway, so like a lot of times when I go to horror movies, I base how good it is at being like scary off of the audience. And when I went to go see It Chapter 1, everyone was laughing most of the time. So I was like, wow, this movie is
That was
obviously not
not
that scary.
happening in
Yeah,
our
So like,
not
theater.
and then
happening in my theater.
especially the entire theater fucking bursted out into laughter when Pennywise
The
doing
dance?
the fucking
Yeah.
dance.
Okay.
yeah,
Everyone
yeah.
lost it.
well,
But that was supposed
yes,
to
that
be
was
funny.
supposed
But
to
like
be funny.
anyway, so like most people laughed, so I was like, clearly not a very scary movie. So then when I went to the second one, more people were like scared than the first one. So I was like, okay, clearly this is better at doing the job it's supposed to be.
But you can't form that opinion on your own. You
Okay,
get
really.
their
because
reaction.
it doesn't scare me.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Most I go to scary movies, but I don't really get scared. So I base how good it is at being scary based off the audience.
Do you get scared at like I guess it wouldn't be horror, but more like thrillers. Not thrillers,
They're gonna
but
say like haunted houses. Like no.
not like that. But I
Decked a
mean
dude
like
once at a horror house, though.
like home
That's not
invasion
allowed.
movies
That's
or something
that's
like that.
He
Positive.
jumped out and grabbed my arm, and I just went like that because he grabbed my arm.
Who?
A dude at a horror show, like horror house.
Oh.
I was walking down the hallway and a dude just like went out and grabbed me, and I just punched him because it was a reflex.
Yeah, no, I'll never go to one of those. That sounds like my worst
Not
nightmare.
a fan.
They're not supposed to
Don't
grab
do it.
you, to be fair.
No, I always
So
feel
my
like
reflex was somebody grabbed me and jerked me like sideways, so I
In
punched
a
him.
haunted house.
They're not supposed to touch you.
Yeah, they're not supposed to touch you.
I know. but
I've
still.
only
still.
seen haunted houses like
What?
Some of them are
through.
allowed to.
Oh, yeah, like
TV?
But like, it,
armed-
it was,
a little
it was,
armed
it wasn't
grab's
even
not
like
the worst.
it wasn't like a scare thing. It was just somebody fucking like out of nowhere grabbed and pulled me to the
What
side.
if
So
he
it was
was
just a reflex.
tripping and falling, and he was like,
He wasn't.
Help!
Now he's on the floor and has a welt. Like,
I am dying, Mike.
But
please, sir, I'm having a heart attack. Oh, I'm sorry. I punched your trachea.
I got-
No,
rock
look,
your
he
shit.
Can, he can fix a heart attack by killing you by beating you to death.
but like, so I just
What if Mike
I
punched
don't
the
get
guy and
scared.
the heart attack stopped?
Yeah.
And he was cured. Like,
So I don't get scared. So I base it off the audience.
I
Oh.
don't
So
get
more people-
scared, but I'm definitely gonna fucking punch a guy for grabbing me. But I don't get scared.
But like,
No, I'm kind of like that too. Like if someone like touches me unexpectedly, like
You
I'll
hit them.
no.
Oh.
I won't hit them, but I'll definitely jump.
no, I will too.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he's
I don't like
talking
that.
just fucking.
Yeah,
punching
Mike is a
someone.
it was a
psychopath,
reflex. I
so-
didn't do it like thinking. Oh, I just
Mike
got,
is a violent
like, it's not like he
criminal.
went like this, and I'm like, yes, I'm gonna punch this man, then turn and punch him. It was just the reflex of somebody grabbed me, and I went like that.
Yeah,
Like,
but if someone grabs me, my reflexes don't go fucking deck someone.
well, yeah, but also you're like weirdly a pushover for certain things.
Look, all I'm saying is Mike's fight or flight response is just consistently set at fight. Like
Yes.
that's
Yeah, I
it. Like
guess.
No flight, only
I'm
fight.
fight.
But yeah, so anyway, that's why I thought the second one was better in terms of horror, because when I went, more people were scared during the second one.
I'm not gonna lie. I think It Part 2 fucking sucks.
Oh, I
didn't
didn't
see
think
it.
it was.
I
I
think
didn't think it
that
was a
movie
good.
sucked.
I didn't think it was a good
remember
movie.
when
but
I saw it, but I definitely saw. Like I don't know who I was with.
the old lady was fucking weird and also hilarious.
I don't remember that. Oh, the naked old lady. Yeah.
Weird
No,
and
my
hilarious.
No
Not
thanks.
Mike. Anthony, did you watch Hush?
I did.
I like Hush.
I love Hush.
I think
That
it's-
director, Mike Flanagan, one of my favorite directors.
I
working
think
today.
that movie is very cleverly
I also
done.
need to
Lots.
see the guy that like the 3 movies that he's made, but the guy that did Witch.
Oh, Robert
like,
Eggers.
with the V.
My king.
Yeah, yeah.
My
I've never
king.
seen any of those movies.
Absolute
Wait, no,
king.
wait. He did the.
You've seen
he
The
did-
Lighthouse.
Yeah, he did the Lighthouse, but like the horror movies. Well, I guess
So
the
he only
Lighthouse
did
is
The
kinda
Witch.
horror. Well, no, because he did The Witch.
I
Then he
only did The Witch. He only has
No,
two
'cause
movies.
he's making a new one that's also horror based.
No, it's not. It's The Northman.
Yeah,
It's
isn't
a
it like a?
fantasy epic.
Oh.
Well, I don't know if
What's
it's
the other
actually.
one? There was
You
a-
know what movie I love?
What movie?
Oh God.
that was-
Invisible Man with what's her
I
name?
never saw
Oh,
it.
Elizabeth
Elizabeth Moss.
Stupid.
I,
Or
I-
Moss,
I-
Mo-
it-
Moss,
it
Elizabeth
looked
Moss.
like it was gonna be so stupid,
No,
but
that movie
I
rocks.
heard people
Oh,
liked it. I
That
didn't
movie
saw it.
rocks so
so-
hard.
Trailer was bad.
Trailer was
it
bad.
looked
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like it was
really
gonna be
fucking
stupid,
dumb.
so I never saw it, and then people were like, it was
No,
pretty
the
good,
trailer
and I
doesn't
never
do it
got around to
justice.
it.
That
It's
movie
on
rules.
HBO Max. If you have it, go watch it. But that's actually one of my favorite movies
The best
right
horror
now.
movies. The best horror movies are movies.
Unsuspecting, I think. Ones you don't think
So I
are
wasn't
gonna.
talking.
I'm
right?
sorry.
Sorry.
The amount of times that you
I
step
know,
over
I know,
people.
I know.
The nerve.
I'm loud. I can't help it.
No, he's Italian. He's allowed to step over you. You cannot step over
it's a
him.
shoulder-
She's Italian too.
I know, and
She
that's why
didn't
we're
say it,
stepping
though.
all
She
over
did.
each other.
Hey,
Except for
hey,
Colin.
hey,
Yeah, I'm the
No,
only
Sage
odd man
cut-
out
you-
here.
Sage
Col-
cut him
well,
off,
Colin
and she's
doesn't
not
do it
Italian.
any-
She's not allowed.
But Colin doesn't do it.
Well, yeah, because Colin's the most passive
The amount
Italian
of
on the
I
planet.
know the amount of times that I'm watching the podcast and it's Colin starts to say something and we all just fucking talk over him, and then
Oh,
he
I'm
never
sorry.
gets to fucking speak.
I don't do it on purpose.
We
I
should
don't mean
make
to be
a
a dick on
count.
purpose.
Like, while editing.
I will work on that
Sometimes.
going forward. I don't mean
Okay,
to be a dick
as you
on
were
purpose.
saying before, I so rudely interrupted
What
you.
was I saying?
The best horror movies.
Oh, the best horror movies are horror movies that reflects tackle like have social commentary and tackle like very real things that are within our world, like having like
What the fuck does the Invisible Man have? That's
The Invisible Man's about fucking
an Invisible Man terrorizing her.
no, it's
No.
about,
No,
it's
it's
about
about
abusive
mental, like, yeah,
relationships.
Yeah, it's about being like
It's
in
about
an
being
extremely
it's about being a
abusive
woman
and
trying to
manipulative
love you
Use the can, but
relationship.
there's a thing in it that makes noise, so stop moving it
Oh,
around.
yeah, you're
You
right.
Because-
can fuck with it, but stop doing that.
Because
It's about the very real reality of
that's
abuse
what-
victims.
That's
Yeah.
what the trailer made it seem like.
What? That it's about like abuse victims?
No,
Or that it's-
just
oh,
she's
there's
being
just this
terrorized.
invisible guy
Yes!
just being like, haha,
No,
funny,
no,
funny.
yeah, the Invisible
no,
Man. The Invisible Man is her
and,
husband.
and it's like a slow descent into insanity.
Yes.
Yeah,
If
but
you
the
actually
movie- but the
if you watch
movie's
the movie,
about-
it's not about just some guy fucking
Well,
around.
that's why I
The
didn't see
movie's
it,
about
because I
abusive
was like-
relationships.
Yeah, no,
What
it's
the
and
fuck
it's
is
done
this?
Yes, no,
really
everyone
well.
agrees that the trailer's shit.
Okay.
Oh, the trailer's
And
dog
it's
shit, yeah.
done really well.
It's done so well. It's a great
Also,
movie.
I think it's so funny. I mean, I know studios usually never have any say in their trailers, but like how it's just like such an old adage of never show the monster in a trailer, and every fucking trailer does it. Like,
Yeah.
it's the reason why I don't look at trailers for horror movies like anymore. Like, but usually I don't really care about horror movies, but like specifically the one I do care about right now is Edgar Wright's, and I have avoided everything about that.
Last
Literally
Night in
everything.
Soho.
Every movie that we go to in theaters, when it shows the trailer, I fucking close
yeah,
my
you like
eyes
go
and
like
fucking- because I don't want to know shit. I
Which
want to go in
one?
as
What's it
blind as
called again?
possible.
Last Night in Soho.
Yeah, Last Night in
Ah,
Soho.
yes.
Like I just want to go in as blind as fucking possible because every trailer ruins everything. I mean, like the ones that are doing the best trailer that I could think of, at least mainstream wise, are Marvel, mostly because they lie to you. And like, so there at least there's that, because you go in thinking this is gonna happen, that it's not even in there, and it's some other fucking scene, like they did with Infinity War and Endgame. But like, every fucking, because the people making the movies, usually it's a different production company that does the trailers. It's
Right.
just made for trailers, so they just put whatever the fuck they think is cool in.
Because it's like a highlight reel, essentially.
Yeah, but like, it's such a steadfast rule for horror movies. Like, don't show the monster. The imagination will be infinitely scarier than anything you can show, and every trailer shows it.
Yeah.
Or it's the movie itself shows it like in the beginning, and then you're like, all right, well, what the fuck's the point? The only one that does it well, I would think, at least in recent history, is A Quiet Place, and it's not even because it's not even about the monster. It's just about everything else.
Right.
Which is why seeing the monster doesn't really ruin it, because it's just about the looming
it's the
threat.
yeah,
more
it's
than
the
anything else.
consequences
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of a thing.
But you also don't see it super clearly for a little bit.
Yeah, you don't see it full up close until the end of the movie.
Well, I mean, you see it when it jumps out for that one scene that I'm not going to go into, which is like in broad daylight.
Yeah, but that's a pretty quick flash, I think.
Yeah, but it gives you enough to
Whereas,
kinda
like,
get it.
where like in the end, like you get like a pretty good dissection of what it looks
Yeah, you're
like.
straight
Yeah,
up
yeah.
like close-ups and everything.
Yeah.
Also, that sequel was pretty fucking banging.
Oh, Quiet Place Part 2 smacks.
Oh,
Still
God.
have never seen either of those.
Oh,
They're very good
I
movies.
think
Come
I
with us?
They're very,
only
Oh
very
yeah, you didn't see
saw-
the first, so you didn't
I
come
think
with
I
us
only
to the
saw
second.
the first one. I don't think I saw the second one.
Second one's
Either.
really good.
Yeah, it was.
Really good
we were
sequel.
all going, and then Colin hadn't seen the first one, so we couldn't go to the second.
Ripperoni.
Yeah.
Ripperino.
I was like, nah, I haven't seen. I don't really do horror movies anyway, so.
It's so good.
You would have shit your pants.
I don't watch
That's
horror
the thing,
movies
though.
in the
I
theaters
don't think the
because
second one was as much of a
oh,
horror.
I love seeing horror movies in the theaters. I really do. I love the community aspect of it, of everybody just being like
I don't like
scared
the
and
loud
jumping
noises.
at the same times.
It's like action movies. I go in with like earplugs because it's just so loud that I can't focus on what I'm looking
You go
at.
to the movie theater with,
With
earplugs?
Yeah.
Do you go to a concert with earplugs?
No, because then I'm like
No, but you
immersed
should.
in it.
I go to concerts with earplugs.
I went
I
to-
get
I went-
immersed in it. That's the point of the movie.
No. Like I went to EDC with earplugs because that's so loud that you could
Yeah,
hear.
no,
like,
but that
on
like
the
no,
strip.
but, like you should, right?
But,
like ear
um,
damage.
Like metal
In-
concerts, you go with fucking
in
earplugs.
Guys,
Yeah, I
seeing
go
the
with
Jonas
earplugs, yeah.
Brothers tomorrow.
You are?
in
Oh, I haven't
concerts
gone
it's
to
like
that. I was like, I went.
more of a constant like loud noise, whereas movies you'll have like a very quiet talking scene and then it's gonna like cut to something else and it's like extremely loud orchestra and I'm like I can't handle that.
Well,
or
you
it's
know,
like
so like a a movie.
or
Yeah,
very
every
very
movie.
or like really loud explosion sounds I don't like. Like I don't see fireworks because I
That's
don't
fair.
like the firework sounds. So I just earplugs.
Yeah, but you
Going
can
in.
go to fireworks with your earplugs.
I can still hear it though.
You
Like,
don't want to
I'll-
hear it at
What-
all.
the what-
Like,
You get
I'll
noise
watch-
canceling headphones.
Like I'll watch fireworks like you know how they have it like the community college? So I'll watch it from the parking lot. But I won't be like on the grass.
You can still hear it there.
But I'm pretty far away and in my car, and that's pretty good.
Okay, I'm gonna stop
This
that.
feels
fair
like
enough.
a weirdly specific set of circumstances
don't
for
like-
these things.
I like to be as far away as possible but still see them.
Yeah, that's fair.
This feels weird.
At that
Anyway.
point, you can just look up a video.
Yeah.
No, because
What the hell's the point?
I like seeing them. I think they're pretty, but like I don't want to hear the like bangs.
Sure.
Freaks me out.
Sage is a dog.
I also
Aw.
don't like thunder.
Sage is a dog. Or a small child.
Yeah, I never
Can't
liked
be
thunder
together.
either
You're a
even when I was a
fucking
kid.
dog.
Thunder's fucking rad.
No, because the one
Oh, I gotta tell you guys how that ends. The
Oh.
freaking Goosebumps story about the werewolf.
Oh,
I gotta tell you guys how that ends.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
gotta tell you
tell
guys
us how it ends.
because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I love it. It's like, all right, so the kid is like, oh yeah, we can't be together. You're a fucking dog, right? So
Right.
she's like, oh, now I'm sad. And he's like, what did you expect? You're an animal, right? So eventually he like goes
I
to
don't want to
sleep.
cross that off my rice purity test.
Oh.
Oh.
What's rice purity?
Anyway, so
Don't worry about it.
so he's like in the house, and like the house is like settling because houses settle apparently.
No, they don't.
And
It's
no,
a
they
fucking
don't.
scam.
They don't.
It's ghosts.
It's all ghosts, right? So like the house starts making like weird noises, and then he finds out that she like bought a pack with her, and that's like the reason like throughout the book like the house has like been settling or whatever. It's just werewolves crawling around the fucking vents of his house. It's insane.
That's so
it's
scary.
insane. It's absolutely insane. So like so eventually he like goes out to the woods, and he's like whatever your name, I forgot her name.
He's like, sorry, boo.
He's like, dude, you gotta stop doing this shit. Like crawling around. Like I have a family. He's like, you gotta stop doing this shit. She's like, what if you joined me? And he's like, all right. And
Wait,
then she
this
turns
kid's gotta
him.
be like what, like 14?
Yeah,
It's
no, they're like
Goosebumps,
13.
he's gotta be
They're
like 14, 13 years
He's like, then he turns her into she turns him into a werewolf, and he just like abandons his family and lives amongst the pack
So
of
he's
werewolves
not
in the
also
forest.
crawling in the vents.
No, he's not haunting his own. Oh, ew. He's not haunting his own family.
You just go Sayo fucking Nara
No,
family.
straight up.
At
He's
13.
like, they're in the woods.
always
He's like,
do.
he's like
He's like an anime protagonist.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's like,
Straight up Kingdom Hearts.
he's like, I can't
Just
stop-
fucking leave. Bye.
he's like, I can't stop thinking about you in your fur.
Ew.
He's like, I can't
my
stop
fetish.
thinking about
So
you.
he's a furry.
He's like, you make me crazy. And she's like, what if I
Ooh,
turned
your
you?
fur makes me come.
He's,
Do you think she
You
can come,
ruined
Ben?
it. You ruined it.
Do you think
he's
werewolves
like, what
can
if
come,
I
Ben?
change? She's like, what if I
Yeah,
changed
that's
you?
part of it.
And he's like, yeah, you could change me. And he's like, oh, I thought you
I
meant
don't
change me on a
understand.
fundamental level, like
I
not
don't-
really in real
I
life.
don't understand how this kid can start up. I can't be with you. You're a fucking dog, an animal. And then he's like, oh, you drive me crazy.
You
Yeah,
know what?
yeah, yeah.
I
Thinking
too
about
will
you.
It
become
was
a
the
dog.
crawling around in my vents that
the
really
furry-
like
the
sold
furry's
me.
got
That
him.
really got me going at night.
The furries
It was
got
the
him.
looming.
That's the ticket.
It was, it was the looming threat of danger that really got me.
She said that to him
That's
while they
the
were
ticket.
banging, and he was like, she's the one.
That she changes him. Oh, that's the ticket. As he turns into a werewolf with red eyes, sharp teeth, and lives in the woods.
Yikes.
That's the ticket.
Big yikes.
Does
wait,
she
why-
even know what a ticket is?
No.
Right? Because she's a werewolf. She's been living in the woods.
Well,
She's
like,
13.
wait, but doesn't she like have like a human form?
Yeah. But that doesn't mean she lives in the woods, Sage.
Oh, I guess that's fair.
Do they have trains in the woods, Sage?
I mean, if you're going through, like,
Nothing-
Canada.
nothing like a good old woodland train,
I mean,
Sage.
trains go through woods sometimes.
Yeah, but there aren't any, like...
Yeah, like the trains that go through Vancouver and like the beautiful.
Specifically Vancouver,
scenery?
nowhere
Yeah,
else.
but where
There-
would it...
That's through the woods.
Yeah,
It's
but
very
where would
nice.
she see a ticket? On the, like, she'll see
on
the train
that
passing...
train in Vancouver.
What do you think
Yeah.
of fucking passing?
Wait, no, wait,
They
wait.
jump in the
Hello,
plane.
werewolf child!
Wait, no,
This is my
no.
boarding pass.
No, you know
Like,
how
what,
like
I
you
don't-
know how
This
like
is my ticket.
This is my
it-
ticket.
No,
That's
she-
the ticket.
as the train goes-
Like, yeah, that's the ticket.
as the train goes by, she just hears the guy
So
walking
that's what
by
he
going,
means.
tickets, please.
no. It's like you know that scene in Polar Express where he like loses his ticket and it's flying
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's like you're tracking it. That's when she sees
Do you
it.
remember in Polar Express when there was just a fucking ghost?
Guys, we're on the
Yes.
wrong season.
On the-
It scared me so much as
Do
a
you remember there
kid.
was just a ghost
He used
played by Tom
dolls.
Hanks?
Didn't like
He-
it.
And he had dolls.
Yeah, dolls.
Yes, okay.
I've never seen Polar
I
Express.
saw.
You're not missing much.
Were you,
You're
in-
missing much.
Colin?
watch
Nah,
it.
that
Colin.
movie looks awful.
I
Watch
saw
it
that
in
movie.
I-
terms of,
I
like,
saw that
Watch
movie in
it in
theaters.
IMAX 3D
No.
or
Right.
fuck off.
I saw
In,
that.
like,
I saw that
second
movie
grade,
in
right?
theaters,
Yes.
but we were sitting in
I
the
saw
front
it on
row.
school
Matt,
trip.
let
They
me
gave us
rephrase.
all little bells.
That movie
Cute.
looks ugly. It does not look
No,
bad
no,
in terms of
ugly.
plot, but
Mike,
it looks ugly.
wait,
Say it
Mike,
like
Mike,
that.
forget about how you think it looks. There is a part in it. I remember we went to go see this in like second grade during Christmas time. And we went to go to the IMAX theater in the mall.
Second
And-
grade. When the fuck did that movie come out?
Like 2006.
No.
No.
Before.
I feel-
Can you look up when it came out?
Yeah.
Because I feel like we were definitely in elementary school when we
Not
went to see it.
No, but
Oh.
they play it like every year, so it doesn't even matter.
No,
when,
but
like,
we were
came
in
out.
IMAX.
Yeah, but
when
they
it first came
replay it
out.
for,
But
like,
when
the
did this
season.
movie become like a national treasure?
Colin's
that
got
they
it.
Anyway,
release every year?
but
It
there's
did
this.
not come out that
2004.
early.
There,
2004?
2004.
Yeah, so second grade. Yeah, she's right. Second grade.
I usually am. But
No, that's
anyway,
first grade.
I was in second grade. 2004.
I think I was also.
Doesn't
in
matter,
second grade.
that's-
But anyway,
6.6 on IMDb. Go
Yeah, the
suck
movie's
my
not
dick.
renowned
Suck
for
my
being
dick.
that good.
But anyway,
You're
there's
wrong.
just this part where it starts off as this like ooh Christmas movie, ooh spectacular magic,
Most people
ooh,
think it looks bad.
right? can you listen?
I am.
And then halfway through, it weirdly just shifts the tone completely to being like, I'm the railway ghost and I just live here forever and I'm trapped on this train. Oh, and here's my car of creepy ass dolls. And then it goes away from that right away and it's like, ooh, Christmas time magic
Don't they
again.
drift a train in that movie?
They do drift. A
Hell
train.
yeah.
Yeah, they
They
do.
Fast and Furious the shit out of that train. It's great.
Yeah, they have the two conductors, one who's like tall and skinny and has a really long beard.
Who's
and then
Tom
another.
Hanks?
No. You're
No,
talking.
what
you're
am
talking
I
about
thinking
the,
of? Not the are they?
Isn't
conductor?
everybody in that movie Tom Hanks?
No.
Tom Hanks played, like,
Every
17
single
characters.
No,
one.
Tom
Tom
Hanks.
Hanks is the lead and the conductor. I just learned this.
And he's Santa too, right?
Is
Wait.
he also Santa?
Tom
He plays,
Hanks
like,
is the
4
little boy.
He also plays the ghost.
He's the little boy. Yeah, he's the main hero boy.
Tom
which is the
Hanks
name-
is the little boy.
Yes.
Tom Hanks voices, like,
is
7
the little
people
boy.
in that movie.
Tom
Okay,
Hanks is the
after this is
conductor.
over, I need
Tom
to
Hanks
listen to
is
what this
Ebenezer
little boy-
Scrooge.
Because I can't remember that. Wow, he actually is.
Tom
all the
Hanks is
characters.
Santa Claus.
Maybe as a group we should rewatch this because I'm remembering this being
Wait.
just like this amazing Christmas spectacular.
It is, but
and
then it
Tom
gets
Hanks,
scary in the middle
Tom Hanks
out of
is
nowhere.
also the scary guy.
He's the ghost.
I'm telling you, he plays like 7
don't
people in that
remember.
movie.
Wow,
Look
they
at
must have
this.
saved so much money on him.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Or
No, because that
they
movie's
used
ugly
all
as
of
shit.
their
They used
budget
all
on
their
it.
money
So
on it.
like, well,
He
you
al-
better start voicing more people.
Because that money.
He
That
also
movie
voices
looks
his
awful.
father.
Also, I don't know if I'm just crazy or
Can you just
stupid,
tell
but
us who it does?
they
That's probably
all the
easier.
characters
That's
sound
the
different.
4-5. Yeah.
I think he does a good job.
Yeah,
He
man's
plays
got
the
range.
main boy, the conductor, Santa Claus. The hobo guy is his name, and also
Wait,
the main
which
Also,
one is
character's
Tom
father.
My
Hanks?
favorite character in any movie, the
anything that
hobo
Woody,
guy.
if Woody ever shows up in anything that isn't purely the 4 main Toy Story movies, it's Tom Hanks' brother.
Wait, Tom Hanks is
What?
Tom
Woody?
Hanks doesn't do it.
Yeah, that sounds about right. They never got
You
the main
say
actors
Tom
for those
is-
things.
You didn't know Tom Hanks was Woody?
No.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
god.
that means his brother
Sage.
is in Kingdom Hearts. Right?
Yeah. His brother does.
Tom Hanks
all
has a
the-
brother.
His brother had that super
Colin
badass
Hanks,
scene
yeah.
where he walks
No,
up to
Colin Hanks is his son.
Oh, shit,
Xehanort,
you're right.
and he's like, "I'll handle this, partner," and you're like, "Oh, this
But
toy
yes,
is so
any,
badass."
every time that Woody shows up outside of the 4
Wait,
main
Tom
movies,
Hanks, Forrest Gump, right?
yes,
Okay.
Yes,
is-
Sage.
Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump. Yes.
Do you know who voices Buzz?
Tim Allen.
I was waiting for her to see if she knew.
Tim
That's why
Allen.
I asked her.
Like Home Improvement, Tim Allen.
Yeah.
How do you
Christ.
not know
How do
the
you
cast
not
of
know
Toy
these?
Story?
I
I
mean, I know
never-
those two.
I never thought about it.
Can I tell you guys a story about
Wait, isn't Tim Allen
time
also
I-
in
Can
Ants?
we talk about Halloween?
I was just
stuff?
about to get to that.
Okay.
Can I tell you guys a story about I don't even know how to the scariest jump scare that I've ever seen in anything,
Ooh,
Sure.
do it.
and the fallout because of that,
Uh-oh.
I've got a good story
and
after
the
this.
consequences faced because of that.
I've got
Okay.
a good one after this.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but on Netflix, there's a show. Well, I guess it's more of an anthology. It's an anthology series. It's called The Haunting of. So there's The Haunting of Hill House and The Haunting of Bly Manor.
Oh, I'm too scared to watch it.
Two of my favorite shows of all time. Like up there, like they are absolutely phenomenal pieces of television. So, and they're made by Mike Flanagan, the guy who directed Hush. Hill House, he directed all the way through. Bly Manor, he only did a couple episodes. But anyway, not important. There's an episode of Hill House where, so like the main story of like to give you context, Hill House is about a family that lived in a place called Hill House. It was like a big manor. They're like house flippers. So what they do is they fix up houses and then sell them back at a higher rate that they bought it for.
That's how that
Um,
works. Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you for explaining.
I'm just for our live studio audience. Whatever. so
This
so
place
there-
may looked cramped, but we have an entire.
yeah,
studio.
there
Oh,
are so
just-
many people.
That's
here.
why
So
we
quiet.
look cramped for
Yeah.
the room for
There
everybody
are
else.
so many people here. But anyway, they're house flippers.
Yeah.
And a very tragic event happens in Hill House one night that kind of fractures the family. And so they're all like living in different areas, and they've all gone, and they don't really like talk all that much. So the two sisters are very close. There's two daughters in the family, and they're very, very close. And one night, it's like one of the last episodes of the series. They have like a huge fight.
Should we say spoilers?
I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm going to
Okay.
keep this like very because you really should watch it.
Vague.
You should go into blind and really watch
Too
it because
scared.
it's really good. But they're having a huge fight, and the fight continues from the house that they're in, and then they have to go to Hill House because there's an event happening there that they
Is
have.
this the car scene?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. So that fucked me up for a long
I
time.
haven't seen it, but I know exactly what happened
It
because someone
fucked me up
else told
for
me
a
that it
very
fucked
long
them
time.
up.
Yeah. So so they're fighting. They're fighting in one of the sisters' houses, and then they get into a car and they stop fighting for a little bit because they have to go to Hill House because there's a there's a event happening there that they have to go to, and the fight continues again once they're in the car, and they're fighting and they're fighting and they're fighting and they're
Like
fighting.
physically?
No,
Or
yelling,
yelling?
verbally.
Yeah, while
Oh.
driving.
Verbally, yeah. So
Just decking
No,
each
no,
other
no,
while
no.
driving.
I thought like they were getting into the car, but
no,
they're
no.
like
This is
Yeah,
strictly
exactly.
verbal.
Yeah, that's how I drive. Just
one hand though.
This is a strictly verbal confrontation.
Okay.
So they're fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting, and eventually, it lingers on one shot where it's like a double of like, so like say Kat and I are like in the car, the camera would be like right here.
No, stop it.
The camera
No,
right here.
I hate this. No.
So they're fighting, and it's like a minute long shot. It's a long fucking time, and they're like just fighting and fighting and fighting, and then a ghost comes in from like the center console and screams at them, like straight up like screams in their faces, and they like start screaming
Hey,
too.
spoilers.
And they drive into like a ditch and get out of the car and like check the back seat, and there's nothing there. But the tension of that scene where it's
I
just
hate
like
it.
them talking and nothing is happening, like they're just talking and fighting, and then this fucking ghost with like a fucked up face and everything
Right.
screams, like high pitched, like screams
Right.
at these people. And like I was watching this at 1 a.m.
No.
Very poor decision.
Mistake.
Very poor decision. I'm watching this at 1 a.m, headphones on, all the lights out. It's pitch black in my room.
Awful.
Sage, when I tell you I woke up the neighbors down the street, I screamed so loud that so I scream so loud. And you hear me now. I'm a loud man.
Yeah.
Imagine me screaming at the top of my lungs, like in just perpetual in fear, right? And, and what I hear after I'm done screaming, what I hear is, and my dad whips the door. Shit.
Jesus
My dad whips the door open, and he's got a fucking bat.
What an Italian dad do?
Prepared. That's
He's
a
in
good
a
dad.
he's in a giddy tee, and he's got his underwear on,
At least
and he's got
came
a
to defend
fucking
you.
bat. Yeah, and like
dad.
he's got a fucking bat, and he's like,
Where is it?
he's like, hey, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like.
You're
I'm
like, I'm watching a
breathing
scary
her-
TV
I'm like, there's
show.
a tear. There's like a tear in my eye. Like
He just
I'm,
walks
like,
in and he goes,
breathing
"Did that
so
computer
much."
hurt you, son?"
Yeah. So he's standing at the door. He's looking around. He's like, "What the fuck was that? Who's in the house? Who's in the house?" I'm like crying. Like, I'm like hyperventilating, like crying, and like he's just like, "What the fuck happened? What happened?" And I'm like, "There was a scary thing on the TV." He's like, "Aunt, I'm gonna fucking kill you." And then my mom, I hear, and then I hear, and then my mom is like, "What? What's going on? What's going on?" She's like, comes in. And
With a frying pan.
No. She's like, what's going on? What's going on? And then my sister comes in. Like, everybody's in my room at like 1:30 in the morning being like, bah! Like, all screaming at each other. Like, ah! And then you hear my
Oh my
and then you hear
god.
my grandma and dad just, shut the fuck up! I'm trying to sleep.
You got your dad a really nice Father's Day gift that year, right?
Oh yeah,
He was
100%,
he was
yeah.
prepared.
100%. So everybody's like screaming in my room all at once as the episode is like still playing over my headphones. So I hear like in one ear just like, "I'm so sorry for fighting with you. Like that was such a scary moment. We need to make up." And on the other ear, I'm like, I hear, "Fucking shit, Anthony! I'm gonna fucking kill you in the morning!" Like, it was just like just the culmination of just like 4 very angry people in the same room,
Yeah.
just screaming at each other for like days on end. And I woke up in the morning, and my dad's at work already. My mom is like getting ready for work. I get out of my room, and she's like, "We are never fucking speaking about this ever again." And my sister comes out, and she's like, "You're an asshole, you know that?" And then closes her door, and I'm like, "Guys, I'm really sorry.
You know what?
I'm really sorry."
You know what I thought you were gonna say though when you
Never
were
was
like
ready to kill a man.
when
Oh, yeah.
you were saying that it's just this like lingering shot of them talking
Yeah.
in the car, because one of my biggest fears is somebody being in my back seat.
Yeah, we're gonna have a great time, each of us just driving home separately.
Oh, 100%.
Oh
Just-
no,
Yeah, have fun with that.
I'll show you the scene after.
No. You don't need to.
Well, you already know what's gonna happen.
Yes, but you
Right,
don't
by the
need
way,
to.
put a
I don't need to
spoiler
see the
tag
face.
and also
It's
something
not even
for
a
the audio
spoiler,
thing.
it's
I mean
just
that. I mean, if someone's watching that, they now know the jump scare.
Are you talking about the book, the scary storybook and the person behind.
Oh shit!
The haunting
Yeah,
hour?
I
yeah,
think
where
about
it's
that
like the
all
one
the
image
time.
of like the woman in like her rear view, and you see like the guy with like the high beams on,
Yeah. That
and it's
one.
like, but
I
like the
think
guy
about it
keeps like
every single
flashing his
time
high
I-
beams. Yeah, I know
Wait,
what you're
wait,
talking about.
wait.
every
What are you
single time.
talking about?
There's a scary story. You know, scary stories to tell in the dark.
Yeah. Oh, that's.
Yeah,
That
no, I
children's book
I
in the
didn't read
90s
those
that had,
because
like,
I
the
was too
horrifying
scared.
They
drawings.
made us.
I was-
they read
they-
it to us
yes.
in fucking elementary school. And I'm like, please, this is big
Every
ass.
time I was like, please don't do this. I'm a fucking pussy, and it's gonna
Wait,
scare
wait,
me
wait,
through
but
weeks.
I don't know what
They're
you're
like,
talking
sit
about.
in a fucking circle on the rug.
Yeah, thank
and
God
we're
I
having
watched Courage the
story
Cowardly
time.
We're
Dog.
gonna read about the thing tonight. Right?
Thank God I
Wait,
watched
wait.
Courage the Cowardly Dog. I guess that shit
Yeah.
made me a
But,
non-bitch.
but now you have my curiosity.
So there's a story in Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Pause.
Pause.
Colin, what's your story?
Colin, what's your story?
So-
Oh shit, I'm so sorry, Colin. Yeah, tell your story.
Sorry, Colin.
So one time I had the boys over and we decided to play a playable trailer.
Oh,
How old
Christ
are you?
Oh,
alive.
hey, that.
Oh,
out
Christ
to
alive,
PT.
dude.
What was that, Sage?
I just wanted to ask how old you were in this story.
We were in high school. When did PT
Sophomore
come out?
year.
Sophomore year.
What's
So
it?
yeah, it's like
So-
16. No,
Okay,
sophomore.
So like Austin.
I remember where I
Eamon.
was. Like, it's
I never
that
got to
scary.
play it.
It's
What's
very
what's
fucking
PT?
scary.
So PT was stood for playable trailer. It was a demo for what was supposed to be a Silent Hill game,
Oh,
starring Norman Reedus.
okay.
And
I
basically,
didn't even notice that
Wait,
it
was
didn't
he
say
was?
Seinfeld.
Oh yeah, he was in that game. He was supposed to be.
he was supposed to be in that game.
I-
yeah.
It was by
I,
Hideo Kojima and the people that make.
pause for a
the
quick
Silent
minute.
First one.
I've never felt despair and sadness more than when they canceled that.
Yeah.
I
Why
don't
did
want to
they?
talk about it.
Was it Konami?
It was Guillermo del Toro.
No, I know.
What? Oh yeah, it was Konami because Konami fucking
Yeah, 'cause
sucked.
Konami
It was
So-
Guillermo del Toro, Norman Reedus, and Hideo Kojima. Like,
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like,
I'm-
so
I'm
we're
not
going through.
upset.
So we're going through this trailer, and it's just like building this tension, and it's like you're going through this house over and over again through this hallway, and it's like a loop.
Oh,
and
I
it's
hate that.
And it's changing slightly every time, and it's like, oh, this is fucking awful. And if you turn around, a door will slam behind you, and you're like, oh, this is fucking awful. This sucks. I hate this. And you keep going, and there got to be a point of the trailer where it's like, we don't know what we're supposed to do. Like, there's a slightly cracked open door, but we can't open it, and we're pushing like every button. We're trying to figure it out, and we're passing the controller back and forth. We're like, ah, fuck, this sucks. So eventually, controller gets to me, and I'm like looking at this door, and I'm looking at the little crack in the door, and I'm like pushing the buttons, and I'm like, and I finally figured out, right thumbstick. If you click it in, you zoom in.
No.
And we zoom in
No,
on this little
don't
crack
zoom in.
just in time for a little woman to appear
Yeah,
I
close
hate
the
it.
door.
and slam the door shut. And we were not prepared for that because this was like 10 minutes of us trying to figure out what the fuck we're supposed to do. So we're completely caught off guard. I throw the controller directly into the air. I don't move my arms. I just throw it with my
Yeah.
fucking hands. It goes and lands right behind me on my pillow. Like, thank God. I was like, oh, if that hit me on the head, that would really hurt.
Yeah.
If you want
And-
context, oh sorry, I'm
Oh
sorry.
yeah, and like the four of us are in my room. We scream because we're not fucking prepared for this, and we're like, oh, okay, we figured it out. Guys, my phone starts ringing. My mom downstairs. Stop screaming! You scared me, you asshole! Mom, I'm scared, you asshole! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you an asshole. I'm sorry, but we were scared.
God, you're gonna have to fucking lower that shit down.
Oh, yeah.
so
Oh,
bad.
so bad. I'm sorry.
If you want context, PT, a playable teaser, lasts about 45 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And it is considered by like multiple journalists, like publications, people, to be one of the scariest things ever conceived by another human being.
Yeah.
It is
Good.
genuinely one of the scariest fucking like there's a point where people are still discovering like things about PT. It came out in 2014.
Wow.
There's
Yeah,
people are still discovering
they
shit about
like
it.
found like a bunch of shit like last year.
Yeah, people are still discovering shit about it. Like, for instance, there's a moment where in PT, there's you loop through a hallway. Essentially, it goes like this, and every time you go back around, you loop through the same hallway until the experience ends. Right? So there's a moment where you walk through, and all the lights are pitch black. It's dark. All the lights are off.
Wow, I hate it.
It's awful. It's awful. It's the scariest moment of the entire thing. So you're walking, you turn left, and then you hear,
No, I hate it.
and it's like, what the fuck is that? So you're walking through, and then all of a sudden, a ghost lady just flies at you, like full Mach 7 speed, like just flies at you, and you can do nothing about it, right? So what people discovered is that you can like kind of like hack the camera or whatever, like not in the game, like in like the files or whatever, like people like I don't know, like dug deep into the files or whatever.
Right.
You can hack the camera to make it like a free roaming thing, so where like you can see what's going on. So throughout the entirety of PT, throughout the entirety of the experience, that ghost woman is following you behind you, and if you turn around, she's not there. So
Because
every
she's
time you
behind
turn
you.
back around and move forward, she is behind you the entire time, and it's horrendous.
Yeah, they
I hate
programmed
it
that
so
the
much.
Anthony,
ghost
I
is
need you to
always
know
following you.
I don't play horror games. I don't really play games to begin with, but especially not horror. You just describing this to me, I'm like, I got chills now.
It is like genuinely like it's still like to this
horrifying.
day.
It's crazy.
It's horrifying.
Like the craziest thing to me about that is that like, because for most people like you get that feeling of like someone's watching you kind of thing,
Yeah, I hate that.
and like yet you get that in the game, and like they're actually doing it. There is a thing following you the entire time, but like
Yeah.
the game gives it to you somehow just by like
gives you that feeling.
right, and like. It can't be because it's programmed that there is actually something following you.
Because you would have never known
'Cause
that
you
if
never
they
know.
didn't hack
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
but like
it
still
must-
somehow it achieves the feeling, which is crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds horrible.
That yeah no
I think- I
like,
there's
you
still have
multiple
it
moments.
downloaded.
Yeah,
There's multiple.
You never. You could sell that shit for so much money.
You really
Apparently,
could.
yeah.
You could
Yeah,
sell.
really
You could sell a PlayStation 3,
4.
4. You could sell a PlayStation 4 with PT on it for so much money.
Oh.
think
you
I-
can't
Because
download
you
it.
I
can't
think
download
I'd
it
want to
anymore.
watch someone play it, but I would never want to touch that controller.
That's how I
Wow.
did it because
I
never
don't
had-
even
I didn't know
want-
anyone that had a PS4.
Somebody
so I
actually
watched somebody
remade
play
the
it.
entire thing on PC for free.
I don't even
Yeah,
want to watch
so-
And then-
somebody
and then it
play
ends with the
like
fetus
talking
Five
to
Nights
you.
at Freddy's.
I always
Then it
watch
ends
those
with
things
a-
even though I'm so scared.
Then it ends with a fetus talking to you. In
Yeah,
the sink.
yeah.
Oh.
It ends with an aborted fetus talking with you in a sink.
Wait, that's the end
Wait,
of
are
it?
you
Yeah.
all?
That's one of
I
the
thought
ending
I
parts,
was gonna
yeah.
say I feel like that comes up early.
No, it comes.
that's-
It's
that's the
there
end.
early, but at the end it talks to you.
Oh.
Cause you know, fuck me, I guess.
Gross.
Yeah.
Um,
No, you should absolutely watch people play Five Nights at Freddy's. That's so much fun. Like I just watched Markiplier play Five
I
Nights.
get
There's
scared
also
for
so
them.
much absurd lore to that game.
There
There
really
is a
is. Like,
ridiculous
what's
amount.
going on with that?
I
all
used to
those
be
game
really
theory,
into
all
it.
those game
I was
theory
about to
fucking
say,
videos.
like,
There's
I just
like
watch all of
100.
those.
all the
Yeah.
map hat
all the
videos.
lore, yeah. I haven't seen any map.
It's
hat
kind of
videos.
interesting.
should.
I like
There's
it.
absurd amounts of lore to it. It's
There really is. I don't
crazy.
know.
It's
There's
also
also-
all
there's also,
really
like, a
fucked
book.
up.
Which is, like,
This
really
the-
cool,
There's several
right?
books, yeah.
Well, no,
No,
but
but when
he
you
made
think
it-
about it, Five Nights at Freddy's is like at its core like pretty rudimentary,
Yeah.
right? Because all you do is just press buttons and avoid like
Right, but
all you
it's
do
like
is press
this-
buttons, right?
Yeah.
But like the fact that it has like such a deep lore, like really like
It's also a really
It's
fucked
cool.
up lore.
it's
Yeah.
very fucked
Yeah.
up.
It's cool because if you want to just play the games, you could just play the games. But
For
if
sure.
you're interested in,
But
like,
if you
the
want to
lore-
like dig deep,
exactly,
There's a
then
lot to
you
You
get
can
stopped
do
making
too.
those though, right?
No,
No,
that
Um,
fucking
stop
ghost.
it, stop
The
it. We're
ghost.
supposed to leave, and
it's
God, it
Lisa from
happens
PT.
every
it's
time.
the house settling.
The house settling.
guys.
Yo,
I don't know
yeah,
what to tell you.
werewolves,
actually
can
the
you
killer
quiet it
entering
the
your
fuck
attic?
down?
Like-
Yeah,
Jesus.
the werewolf crawling in your vents,
Guys,
Colin.
don't
We're
be
over her.
don't be offensive. I have vampires in my vents.
Oh, yo, wait, the cool kind or the sparkly kind?
Yo, I'm watching this show right now called Being Human. That's about a vampire, a werewolf, and a ghost sharing an apartment together.
Is it like a comedy
It's like
thing?
That
excuse
sounds
me, it's like
fun.
a horror comedy. It's very fun. It's Sam Witwer's in it. Sam Witwer plays the vampire.
Really?
Yeah, it's 4 seasons long, so you got a lot of Sam Witwer. It's great.
Alright.
Yeah.
Brad. Oh,
Anyway,
hey.
fun little show.
Yeah, we're out of time
Oh, we
apparently.
sure are.
Boy, I
You
don't think
never
we.
said
I
the
think.
scary story to tell in the dark.
I know. I still want to
Oh,
hear about
Yeah, we
that.
can go for
okay.
it. Go for it.
Real
Sorry,
quick, real
thank
quick.
you.
So you know,
It's
Scary
your
Stories to Tell in
episode
the Dark.
anyway.
It is. Wait, what do you mean, like editing?
Yeah.
Or well, yeah,
I
whatever,
know
fuck
of
whatever,
it.
I don't care. So scary stories to tell in the dark. There's a story in that book where it's about like this woman who's driving home like on a dark and stormy night. You know, very
I think
cliche.
she'll have to like work or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that,
She's like
yeah.
driving home from like work on like a dark and stormy night. It's like very cliche. And
Okay,
she's
maybe
driving.
don't tell me now.
Nope,
actually,
it's too late.
No,
I
it's-
want
no,
you
I'm
to
literally
you're
so
gonna-
Because
scared
I'm gonna
already.
Think about it like on the way home.
So she's
you
driving.
need to think about
she's
it.
driving, and behind her is like a pickup truck that keeps flashing its high beams at her. And she's like driving. She's like, "What the fuck? Like, why is
He's
this
also
dude?"
following her.
Yeah, he's
She's
following
trying to
her.
go
Exactly,
home.
he's following her, and he keeps flashing his high beams at her. And she's like, "What the fuck? Like, why is this dude behind me?" So like throughout the entire story, it's like this dude keeps following her and like keeps flashing his high beams at her until she finally gets home, and like and the guy pulls into her driveway, and the cops are there too, and she's like,
'Cause-
"What the fuck?" Right? So the guy, she gets out of the car, and the guy's like, "Hi, I'm sorry that I kept following you, but like, look in your back seat." And she's like, what?
No.
And turns out there was a serial
It
killer.
was like something like
Not in the back seat. I
yeah,
hate
like,
yeah,
that.
there was like a
so-
serial killer in her
shit.
back seat.
yeah. So
And he kept flashing the high beams because as he was about to kill her,
he
Right.
would do
He would-
it, and
yeah.
then the guy would duck down. So
Yeah.
like she, when she gets there, immediately fucking like jumps out of like the car, and then I think he says something like, because this is what I just have like imprinted in my mind, is like to the cops like, you don't want me, you want him. And then like pointing into the back seat,
Right.
and that's
Oh
where the
my God, I
guy
hate
is.
that
And
shit.
I think about it every single time I get into my car at night.
When
It is a
I
horror-
Because
Horrifying
they
story.
made me read this. Well, not read it, but they read it to me while I was in fucking elementary school.
yeah, like the worst.
And for the
place.
past like
15
15
years.
years, it's never
Hey,
gone
you know,
away.
That's
you know,
always
can we
one
talk
of my
about
worst fears.
That man, he's a hero.
Yeah.
Hero. Absolute,
Yeah, absolute
civic
king.
duty, absolute king.
Absolute king.
Fucking
That's a
saved
king.
that woman's life.
Respect that king.
Respect.
Yeah, yeah. You know,
Respect on
he's
that
freaked her
king.
the shit fuck
Whoever-
out, but like he saved her life.
Whoever
so, you
wrote
know.
that
For a
book,
good
I don't
reason.
respect that king.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm such
Oh.
a scaredy
I don't
cat
respect
where
whoever
like
wrote that book.
if I feel
Oh.
like a car is driving behind me for slightly too long, I'm like, I'm gonna get killed.
Oh, I
Even
think
if
that-
I'm going
I
to like the store.
I go fake ways, like on purpose.
See,
And then sometimes they'll follow, and I'm like,
see, this is a weird like I guess
happens to
difference because
me.
when I have somebody following me for a while, I'm like, it's an undercover cop. They're gonna fucking pull me
That's the
over.
thing too. I always feel.
Nope.
I feel.
No,
Murderer.
Murder.
No, I feel it's a cop. I'm like, I'm getting pulled over. That's it.
nope.
No, I
That
always.
has
priorities.
never crossed my mind
It
once.
could be the middle of the day, like I'm driving home, I'm driving to work, anything. If I feel like someone's driving
Sorry,
behind
Mike, are
me
you bored?
for slightly
I'm,
too
I'm-
long,
I'm just thinking about how I've thought about it, and it's only been the opposite when I'm driving, and I'm like, this person definitely thinks I'm fucking following them.
oh, when you're
Yeah.
driving
I'm
behind
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
I'm driving, and I'm
absolutely.
taking the same turns. And I'm
I
like,
think that too. I'm
shit.
like, shit.
But the,
Why do I have to be like this?
the worst part,
That's the only time I
yeah,
think about
100%.
actually, one time I was driving home. I can't remember where I was driving from, but I was driving home, and somebody was driving behind me for quite a while. And usually, when I take the turn onto the street right before my street, the person behind me will never follow because literally only like 5 people live in that area. So I was like, I'll take my turn, and they'll keep going. And they turned as well. I literally started panicking so bad, and then I took my actual turn to my actual street, thinking, okay, they're just gonna go up the hill and they're not gonna follow. And they took the turn as well, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm panicking, like I was literally flipping out. I turn into my driveway, and they keep going straight because there's like 2 more houses down this street from me, but almost nobody. You won't never see anybody else driving on this street. Doesn't matter
Yeah.
what time it is. It's always just one car. So, anyway, I think it was like 1 a.m. at the time, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking die. I don't know what to do.
I have a
Do I
big
just stay in the
fear.
car? SOS.
Of when I'm driving, that someone is going to show up outside of the car. Like, you know what I mean? Like in movies, how they
You'll
have
just find the bloody hook.
like, I don't know, someone.
What do you mean? Like you'll
like,
stop
door
and somebody
handle.
will be there?
like say you go to like a stop sign and
Yeah.
like someone runs over to your car like help, or they have the something like it
Right.
just that, and it's like, am I a bad human being for keep going if they're being chased by like a serial killer? And like, but I don't want, but because
What if-
they could be the serial
What if it's
killer.
a duo of serial killers and their thing is to make you feel bad by thinking
I
they're
know,
getting
but
chased
that's
and killed by a
like-
serial
like,
killer?
I
Wait,
would never
actually, I think
stop.
about this a lot because
Yeah.
I remember when I used to drive to and from North Carolina for school, and you know how you would see people on the street like they'd be like changing their tire or
I would
something.
think about it. the
I
drive
used to
your
always
school.
think about, oh, I should stop and ask if they need help, and I'm like, I'm gonna get killed if I do
I
that.
did do
so I
that
would always
lot.
keep driving, but I always was like, I feel bad because they might need help. Because I would want somebody to help me, but at the same time, I'm like, nobody help me because you might try to kill me.
Yeah.
Or a lot of times I'll slow down and just like, especially if it's like an empty highway for a while, and I'll slow down and I'll just put my window and be like, hey, you need any help? And most of the time they're like, nah, I got it. And I'm like, all right.
Because you're
You're a good
scary.
man.
And I'd be like, no, 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 no. you keep
Because
going.
I'm scary?
Yeah,
Yeah.
keep going.
And with
I'm
that-
good here.
With that,
Yeah.
thanks for listening to the Vaguely Anime podcast and or watching. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to check out Anthony's YouTube channel at Super Milkshake.
I have a
or-
new video coming out. Well, actually, this won't be.
It'll
This will
already
be
be
out.
out.
It'll already be out.
Wow.
There will be a new video at the out at beginning of October.
You're doing great.
So,
So it'll already be out.
it'll already be out by the time this episode is out.
And,
but watch it, please.
Catch Cat streams at Cat the Moonstar on Twitch. And if you're listening to us, don't forget to fucking follow, rate, review at wherever the hell you can review. I don't even know anymore.
I think everywhere but Spotify.
No, because Perez also said it, not on Google.
Not on Google.
I
thought
think,
it
I
was.
think it's only Apple.
Oh.
Stinky,
Anyway.
stinky.
I thought it was on
Uh,
Google.
Yeah, so thanks for watching and listening. And who's next pick for Anime Cloak? Oh, right, you
Me.
fucking piece of
The
shit.
scariest
The
part of this
scariest-
episode.
Scariest part of the
How
episode.
many, 4 episodes, 4 weeks left?
No.
Episode 20. 4 episodes.
No, I don't think so.
This is episode 16.
No, it's not. This is 17, bro.
No, it's not.
I'm telling you right
Anyways.
now.
Anyway.
Watch Handshakers. But
Sure
don't.
isn't.
But don't. But don't.
Whoever's editing it will put in how
Um,
many episodes. you
Yeah,
actually
just put
have.
it on
Yeah,
screen.
so thanks for watching and listening. And catch you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a spooky Halloween.